refresh. So hopefully folks can tell us when they see us.
Hello, can you guys see us? Hello.
Are we live? Hello, interwebs.
Turn my phone on here. Hello. Hello out there. Can you see us?
I see us, Amy. We're live.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. Yep, I see us as well. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Oh, my goodness. The week is just flying by. That's how I feel. It's just crazy bananas.
It is.
Jason, how was your day today?
I was busy. It was good. It was very good. Took stuff to auction in the morning. It was very hot. And then storms came through Pennsylvania. So that's ushering in a cold front.
It wasn't too bad here today.
And then I worked on stuff for the shop and got ready for tonight. How was your day?
Good. Just about the same. Gotcha. I hit a couple yard sales today. Got packing supplies, because I haven't got my box from William yet, so I don't have all my tissue paper back. So I had to get some.
William, I hope you shared the love and sent me some extra tissue paper, although I don't use a lot of it, but I could always use some.
I have no doubt that he packed as much in as he could possibly get in there.
I'm sure.
I have no doubt.
I'm sure.
All right. So let's say hello to the friends, and then we will get into it. And we did, because it's the last day of July, we did bring a little bit more Christmas tonight. Not all Christmas. We do both have some general stuff, but we do have some Christmas mixed in there tonight too. Since it is the last day of July after all. So. All right. And for community share tonight, Jason and I also have some photos of some of our Christmas collection for community share tonight. So that'll be after the sale tonight. I know, Jason, I don't remember how many photos you sent me, but we have a few. We have
Yes. Yep.
All right. First in the chat in StreamYard, although I did not put the comment in there to pin, I will do that. When I'm done running my mouth, I will do that. But the first person I see in StreamYard tonight is Dusty Moose.
Oh, Dusty, you beat William.
Dusty got in there. Hey, I don't know if there was something in there earlier.
Gotcha.
But StreamYard says it's Dusty, so we're going to go with that. So,
yeah, I'm trying. I can't see any.
Karen G is next. Hey, Karen.
Hello, Karen.
Karen's going to be our bid ender this evening. And rounding out top 3 tonight is Tracy.
Tracy! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, good to see you. And there's William. You just missed it. You just missed it. William. No, actually, I do recall that William put in a comment earlier that said Christmas in July is sadly over.
Yeah,
because
you're not down there yet.
didn't load it in. StreamYard did not load that in there.
You're not down there yet, Amy, but he claims that he did. He says it wasn't her. It was
I recall now that I did remember seeing that. Okay. Sharon is here. Hey, Sharon. Good to see you. And Shannon is here.
Hi, Shannon.
Good to see you both. Carrie has joined us tonight.
Carrie.
And there's Kim. Hey, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Good to see you. And Bob. Hi, Bob. If you're out there too. Okay. Miss Gutierrez. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you. Renee is here.
Hello, Renee.
There's Gavin.
It's the one, the only Greedy Group of Vintage Recordings, gang. Make sure you're following him here on YouTube. Tons of great content. It's geared around music, which fits what we do because it's the background to all this vintage. So make sure that you are following him. He plays it on his turntable. It's vinyl, drops all kinds of knowledge, and he has an Instagram account, same exact name and logo. So make sure if you got an Instagram account, you follow him over there and just show those Gillette some support because they are so supportive of so many folks in this community. So give him a follow, please, if you're not.
Absolutely. All right. Janine's here. Hey, Janine.
Hi, Janine.
Good to see you. And Tina's here with us. Hey, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Starlight. Good to see you as well. Welcome in. Mama Pam, there she is.
Hello, Mama Pam.
Yes, it was not 100 degrees here today for the first time in like a week. So that was nice and refreshing. It wasn't too hot today, so I was happy about that. I give the air conditioners a little break. Elaine is here. Hey, Elaine.
Hello, Elaine. Good to see you.
Minx is here. Hello, hello. And I'm just trying to. There's Jason's mom. Hey, Linda.
Mom, love ya.
Brian's here. Hey, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Brooke. Hey, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
And all of Brooke's Russian Santas. Janet's here. Hey, Janet. Welcome in. Everybody's just saying hello, hello, hello to everyone in the chat. Sandy Bowman's here, and Judy's back with us. Hey, Judy.
Hello.
Good to see you. Chris is here. Hey, lady. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Chris.
Melanie's here. Hey, Melanie. Leanne's back with us tonight. Good to see you, Leanne. And thanks everybody that came over to Jason's channel last night for our last Christmas and July Wednesday over on Jason.
I know.
That was fun. Robin, hey lady.
Hey,
good
Robin.
to see you. Robin's here. Diane's here.
Hello.
Ann McCormick. Hey, Ann.
Hey, Ann.
Good to see you as well. All right, Paula's here. Pam. Thanks for being a member. Pam, welcome in.
Hello.
Pam, I have a special message for you. And it's always good when we get to see the cat.
Thank you.
There are dogs and cats going crazy right now all over the country.
Yep. I apologize, you guys, if I made your fur babies go crazy, but we got to say the meow meow for the thank you. So thank you, Pam, for joining as a channel member. Miriam's here. Hey, Miriam. Good to see you tonight. Leslie's joined us tonight. Hey,
Hi,
Leslie. Philomena.
Hello,
hey, Phil.
Good to see you, Phil.
And Cindy Lou. I
Cindy.
think I got everybody in the chat. I think I got everybody. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. If I did, welcome in, everyone. So it is the last Fantastic Finds of July. I can't believe I'm saying that. And August is tomorrow. That's
I didn't think it was until Sunday. You're the one that had to tell me that.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, I'm pretty sure Friday is the first, Jason. But our concept of time, it goes by super fast. So
too fast.
With that being said, we did have a sale last night. So anybody that purchased last night from either of us, we can combine ship for you if you purchase something tonight from us. I'm going to be doing invoicing tomorrow, and Jason's going to be doing it on Saturday. Yes. But we will talk about briefly. Hey, Timmy. I just saw Timmy pop in there too. We will briefly talk about how the sale is going to work. I know most of you have heard this. I do have an update for one of the slides though, so you might want to pay attention to that. Okay, and then we'll talk about what we have coming up next week with a schedule change. If you did not hear us talk about that last night, we will talk about that, and then we will get right into it. All right, so I'm going to go up to my slides here. All right, so first, make sure you're in live chat all messages and not top chat. If you're in top chat, it will filter out some of the comments. So always check and make sure you're in live channel messages. Do recommend refreshing often. You can close out of YouTube, close out of your app, exit out to refresh, or the faster option is that gear wheel icon that we talk about every week in the upper right-hand corner on your mobile devices, or the lower right-hand corner if you're on the computer. We will be doing auction style tonight, so we do have 18 rounds of goodies to bring you guys tonight. So we will give you a starting price. I will pin it up here on the screen. We will tell you anything that we know about it, give you the measurements, and make sure if there's any kind of issues, repairs, or damage, we will note that to you live on the screen. If you're interested in any of the items tonight, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat, and I will highlight them as I see them come into StreamYard. That is the lag that we experience. So as soon as I see them come in, I will highlight them. We will do a 20-second countdown, and the highest bid that we see come in before Karen G's official bid end tonight will be the winner. And update for the just in case. I did have a couple questions about don't you have to have a bid in there before the countdown starts to use a just in case. So you can put in your bid of interest, if you will, your first opening bid on an item at any point in time. You can put it in there during the countdown if you would like. You just have to have a bid in there before you can use it just in case. So the just in cases are only for the countdown. All right. But if you have the fastest internet ever and you can get a straight bid in there and a just in case during the countdown, that is totally fair play. I've never had anybody ask that question, but as long as you have one bid in there, then you can use it just in case during the countdown. So it doesn't matter when you put that bid in there, just as long as you have one. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And so the just in case, if you don't want to use it, you do not have to, but it is available for those that would like to use it. Especially if you don't have the best internet, that is a good option always to use it just in case. So that's the max amount that you're willing to pay, plus the letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown, as long as you have one straight bid in there. And if your just in case is the highest bid before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest bid. But do keep in mind, multiple just in cases that come into the chat before the bid end do turn into regular bids. And right now, our emails are up here on the screen. I will put them in a comment and pin it to the top of the chat. Probably when Jason is doing his first round, I will do that. You can also find it down in the description of the video, and my lovely mod squad does put them into the chat throughout the sale this evening as well. But very important, especially if you are a new buyer, maybe it's been a while, we do need some information sent to us. We need an email sent to, you can send Jason and I a joint email if that's easier for you. We don't mind that. But we do need your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and that is what we use to calculate your shipping, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. If you don't have PayPal, that's okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know in the email that you would like a guest checkout link when we send our emails out and our invoices out. We can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit or credit card. No PayPal required, but we do accept any form of payment through our guest checkout link. Okay. And when we do send our invoices out, keep in mind that payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice, please. And shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. And we do use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates. So we get that savings and we pass it right on to you guys. Much, much cheaper than paying what the post office is currently. So you guys pay the same thing that we do, but we're both happy to be able to provide Pirate Ship discounted shipping. We do calculate that based on where you live in relation to us. That's why we need your full shipping address and the weight and size of your package. We do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia, all with discounted rates. And I'll let Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about our invoicing again this week.
Yes, if you purchase from me this evening and you don't want to pay shipping because you live close to me, I'm in central Pennsylvania, or you're coming to the area to visit my brick and mortar, Mother Tucker's Antiques, just let us know and we'll just invoice you for the item. And then once it's paid for, we'll communicate on when and how you want to pick it up at the shop. So I'm located about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. I'm in central Pennsylvania in Lancaster County. So again, if you're here or coming to the area and you want to pick it up, you just let us know. And please, we'll keep that in the emails in case, you say some important things or like when you're going to get it. I don't want to miss it if you are putting it here in the chat. So that's best to keep that in the emails. So as always, Amy, thank you so much.
Okay. All right. We did already briefly touch on this, but I ship from Michigan and I will be doing invoicing tomorrow. So I will email you. So Wednesday sale and tonight's sale will combine together. So you'll see an email from me when your invoice has been sent at some point tomorrow. I'm hoping to get everything done in the first half of the day rather than the later part of the day tomorrow.
All right. And like I said, I'm from Pennsylvania, so that's where I'll be shipping from. I will be doing all of my packaging, and then invoices will go out on Saturday. So we usually get them out somewhere in the afternoon, evening, or late evening. It's somewhere in that time frame. So that's when you'll get it from me. And like Amy said, I will combine anything from last night with tonight's sale. So thank you.
Okay. All right. And before we get into the sale, we have a couple birthdays in the house, or soon to be in the house. I know Jennifer Cagle, I didn't see her in the chat unless she's popped in since I've had the screens changed. But I believe Jennifer's birthday was yesterday. And our own William T. Christmas, Mr. Yeager's birthday is tomorrow. So happy
birthday, Willie.
Yes. We will spare you the singing. Just imagine it in your head. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sir.
Yes.
We share the same year. Me and William were born the same exact year. So
no, you guys are just a little bit older than me.
He's a smidge older than me.
Well, happy birthday, William. I know you took the whole week off to celebrate.
Yes,
so
that he did.
Tomorrow's the big day. So
it is.
Happy birthday.
It is.
All right, let's get the screen set up here. And Jason's going to have me go first.
Please. It'll jinx us. It'll jinx us, Amy.
All right, what are we going to start with? I don't know. I do have Christmas and non-Christmas. So I think I'm going to start off with a Christmas item.
Okay.
All right, for my first round. And I have kind of it's a different color scheme. I have a lot of pinks and yellows for Christmas and non-Christmas things tonight. I'm not sure how that happened, but it just did. So the first thing I'm going to start off tonight is a little angel babe. Isn't she cute?
I love her.
She's got that fluffy, really soft fur hair. I love these. I have one of these in turquoise myself, and these yellow ones I really like. I don't see these as often as the white. So they come in a bunch of different colors, and she's made by Justia, Jestia, Japan, and she's like a pose doll. All right, so she doesn't have to be in her like flight mode. You can bend her. I have actually changed the position of my blue one, so she's sitting, because I sit her in a windowsill. I have like this very cool diamond shaped window from the late 1800s with the lead glass still in it. So I like to sit her in my window, but she's really nice condition. So she is fully bendable, her head, her arms, her legs, and stockinette for her little wings that has little tiny dots of glitter on there. She does have her halo and the coated wire hanger, and she's got pink. I'm here for it. Pink eyeshadow. She does have a little bit of blushing and just pursed lips, like she's taking a nap flying through the air. And then she's got her little collar there and a bow tie. And even under the yellow tulle, she's got a little felt dress under there. And I'm trying to get to her tiny little Made in Japan sticker kind of tucked up in there. But the brand on her is Justia. They do have pink ones, turquoise, bright green, all sorts of colors for these. I really like these. And if you don't have a traditional angel topper, for your tree, she can just kind of be flying around at the top of the tree, because she's not that cone style. So you can pretty much do whatever you want with her. I love these.
Clean. I never see them this clean.
She is very, very clean.
When I find
if I remember correctly, I got her at an estate sale last year that had a lot of holiday stuff, and all of their holiday stuff was very well taken care of. All right, see, Miss Wendy is in. Hello, Wendy. Is in at 16. And Nikki Moss, hello, lady. Good to see you tonight as well. So let's count her down. We're looking for 17 or more. I want to give you a measurement real quick. She is 7.5 inches long and about 4.5 tall. Okay. Oh, Beth. Hey, Beth. Just popped in there with the 17. So we're looking for 18 or more. And let's count her down. 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A bid end.
Even that mesh on the wings looks new.
I know Mark has the same blue one that I have. It's a little bit larger. They did make these in a couple different sizes too. The blue one, for whatever reason, is a little bit bigger than the other colors. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Beth, unfortunately, you're just in case to come in after the bid end. Both I see on StreamYard and my phone. So Wendy is my winner at 25 over Beth's 24. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $10, and you're going to get both of these. So these can be used at Christmas time. Yep, both of them for 10. They can be used.
No, I was saying whoa because I copied and pasted something that was not supposed to go in the chat.
Gotcha. So these can be used at Christmas time. They can be used all year round. I have 2 of these mica covered birds that are ornaments. Now, closer inspection before we went live, I think this one may have had a tail repair, okay? So that's why they're both starting at 10. I can kind of see where it's separated there in the middle, and I can kind of see a line, but with this chunky glitter, it's hard to tell. What's unique about these is both of them have their paper labels, okay? I can't make out the manufacturer. I did try to even zoom in with my camera, but they are both dated 1956. So this is the first time that I've actually had any that I can actually date them. So this is the way the beaks are. The beaks are made of cardboard. The bodies are, of course, like a paper mache, almost like a putz material. And they have their original hangers, which is fun too. So the original string around there is a silver. So it really kind of blends in if you use them as ornaments. So, and these are large ones. These are a little larger than I normally find. They're 3 inches. So both of them have that tag on the back. And we'll see if it even wants to focus. But there's glitter on half of it. It's something I think incorporated. And then it says 1956. So these would be great, especially at Christmas time. These are fun to hang on your trees, especially with this big chunky glitter. You can see how they do have eyes. So they did paint eyes on there. Like I had said, the beaks are made of cardboard. The wings are made of cardboard. And the body is that thicker putz style material. So 3 inches, that's the first one you're getting, and you're getting them both for 10. It's not going to be choice. This one was the one I started out showing you because I was not too sure. I'm thinking now that I can definitely see it in my camera here. I can see more of a defined separation. So I think the tail was glued on, but honestly, you cannot tell. So, and you can move those strings around however you want. So if you want the birds to kind of fly sideways, you want them to hang kind of straight on, you just have to loosen that. That was pretty standard practice for these birds, just kind of like, just kind of stringing it around the neck there. There is some multicolored glitter mixed in. I don't know if they were stored with maybe other birds that had, you know, a little bit of green glitter, but there are a few little specks of green here or there, and I think I saw 1 or 2 little specks of red. But they're really fun, and these are not getting any easier to get. Matter of fact, you'll probably hear me say that always about Christmas. Christmas is getting super hard.
I never see these birds.
Especially the 50s and 60s. Well, and I love these because you can use them in the springtime. These would be great if you wanted to mix them into maybe a New Year's Eve display with all the glitter. You could craft with them. There's a ton of things you can do.
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
That too, to lovebirds, absolutely. So you whatever. So thank you, Sandra. I see you in for 10. So we're looking for 11 or more. 3 inches. They are stamped 1956, and I do believe, almost certain now, that tail has been repaired. So, hey, Joe, good to see you, sir. So let's go ahead and do a countdown, just in case, again, for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 11 or more on the Putz Cardboard 1956, heavily glittered. I love that chunky. They get close with modern day, but it just doesn't have that same feel as that vintage glitter. So there it is. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Sandra, they're coming to you. Thank you so much and congratulations.
All right. Okay. Let me get switched over there. Jennifer Cagle. Happy birthday. I don't know if you're here when I played it, but happy birthday. I played a message for you. Okay. I have a non-Christmas item for my next round. And this is a little bisque dolly, although she's not super little. She's a good size one. And this is from a little international. This originally would have come as a box set, I do believe. I did not find the whole set, but this is from the international. So there's a whole series of little international dolls. She kind of looks like she's a pirate a little bit with her feather in her cap, but she's actually from France. So she says France doll on the back, although she is made in Japan. All right, so she's not made in France. She is the French doll. Philomena, I see you, and Melanie as well. Thank you so much. Brian, I emailed you back real quick. Just let me know what you're talking about. Okay. Renee's also in. So no notable damage on her. I think she's in good condition. Her paint is still really nice. And I was checking because I never know if this thing is charged. The orange paint lights up like a Christmas tree, like around her neck, and this little bit of pink sleeve hanging out, but this orange, and look at her lips.
Good.
She's got radioactive lipstick on. She is a decent size. All right, Melanie's back in there. Thank you so much. Where are you at, girl? She is 5.5 inches tall. So Frozen Charlotte, kind of, although I think that the Frozen Charlottes are a little bit less colorful, if you will. So I just call this kind of like more of a penny doll. She's just got a little bit of paint wear on her shoes, but I kind of like that. She does stand up on her own really well, not top heavy at all. But let's count her down. She is very detailed. Let's count her down. Phil is in at 20, so we're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It end. Does this seem weird to you?
What do you mean?
Like the bottom part? Does it seem weird?
Well, I did notice when you were going over or when I don't know when I noticed it, but our names are gone. It's just our emails. I don't know if it's the way it's
weird either. They could have done an update and me not notice it, but it seems like the banner thing at the bottom is bigger.
I think it is a little bit.
I don't know. It seems weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Bid end is in there from Karen. So it looks like Renee had a just in case in there, and Phil also. So Phil is going to be my winner at 26. Thank you so much, Philomena. Okay.
Yeah, because like you can see that bar right there. It's just our emails. We're missing that other. I don't know.
The other part. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. $24, Amy, and you're going to get both of these. 24, and these are super collectible. These have really become the thing in miniatures.
I have some of those in my dear.
I mean, these are really good. Let me turn my light down just a little bit. So 24, you're going to get both of these. These were made by Napco. So these are little bone china figurines that Napco made. They made little girls. They made little Mr. and Mrs. Claus. And these are the really sought after ones, the deer. And there's no damage to these whatsoever. So a lot of times when we have deer, the legs, have an issue. There's no issues whatsoever with these. So the Napco sticker is gone. But you are going to get both of these. So you're going to get the sitting reindeer. This one has the little holly berries. All of the spaghetti around the neck seems to be intact. This is a dead giveaway for there to be damage because with it being green like that, if it gets chunked off, then you can see white underneath it. But someone did write something in Sharpie underneath here. It kind of looks like an 8. I don't know if somebody branded it. Maybe that was their little thing to put out at Christmas time. You can tell there's remnants of the old square Napco sticker right there. I do see Aaron in at 24, so you can see.
Sorry, I was playing in the settings trying to figure out.
Now it's back to the way it used to be. There we go. All right. So then, and you can see that there's remnants of the original Napco sticker. Thank you, Audrey. I see you for 25. This one measures just about 2 inches tall. I'm sorry. This one measures 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So that one's completely squared. So, and some of these don't have as good detail as other ones. If you look them up, these have great blushing on the cheeks. Some other ones don't. It must have been how and when they were made. And like I said, you will get them both. So you're getting the one that is standing. They did come together. There's no damage to the green spaghetti, which is like a little wreath almost around the neck, and the cold paint for the red is in really good condition. You can kind of, oh, I think I cleaned it off. There was a little bit of glue residue on the bottom of this one where the Napco sticker would have been, but I think I done cleaned that off. But both stickers are gone, no damage, and this guy's 1.5 inches tall by 2 inches wide. I know, Brenda. I think these are so sweet, and what I love about these are the right scale that if you have like Shopper Girls or Mr. and Mrs. Claus figurines, you put these in there with it. It kind of, the scale is perfect to make it look like a realistic sort of Christmas scene. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We'll put them back on the board. We're in at 25. We're looking for 26 or more, and you're going to get them both. Vintage Napco reindeer. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And again, they're itty bitty. They are bone china. And again, if you know these, you know that you could get, angels, Shopper Girls, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. You can get all sorts of, you can get a couple different ones to add to your collection. So thank you guys for the bids. I see Dana was in there with a 27. There's the bid end, but Aaron had it just in case. So Aaron, they're coming to you for $28. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right. Yeah, I had to figure out. Yeah, StreamYard must have done an update or something because I knew the banner looked weird. I was like, It's not normally this huge. So, okay. All right. My next round's going to start at 16. This could work for Christmas, although I don't think it's super Christmassy. I think it's more general every day. I do have a lot of angel kind of things tonight. And this little thing, I had never seen this before. And it was just the cutest thing ever. Usually it's just these little angels or babies, like chairs and poses with little animals, but this is a little bud vase. I have never seen one of these before, and the base of it is a star. Isn't that cute? Really? I believe that this is UCAGCO. I did try and do some research on it, and I did see some other ones that exist, although I've never run across any of them before, with different critters. I saw a little bunny. I saw a cat, and what was the other one that I saw? A skunk down here. And I think this is a little lammy down here, a little sugar lamb. That's so cute. But Sandra, I see you, and Dusty as well. Thank you so much. So very cute. And this is pink. So her little suit, if you will, and her wings are pink. And then she's got a little pink bow. And then back at the back is her little bud vase. No chips, no damage to it. Not really anything notable, but I love that they gave it the little star vase. I just had never seen one of these. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. And if you had like some of those little Mercury bead sprays, the little tiny ones, how cute that would look, or a little flower or something like that. It doesn't have to be for Christmas. I think, look at her little cheekies. So cute. And I absolutely love that lamb just peeking around the corner. But Sandra's in at 18, so we're looking for 19 or more. I did measure this and I didn't write it down. She is about 4.25 inches tall. Okay. So let's count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
You can get a whole bunch of these, I think, Amy. I think you said you can get figurines, you can get mini planters, you can do a whole bunch in just the angels by themselves.
Just had never seen the little bud vase kind before. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so it looks like Sandra had it just in case of 27, but Dusty Moose had it just in case of 45. So Dusty, it's coming to you for 28. Thank you so much. Minx, I'll type it in the chat for you. Thank you.
All right, Amy, $30 choice. $30 choice, and the choice will be the set. So I have one set or another set. So for your 30, you're getting two things, okay? So these I got this week along with the Pixies I offered last night. So these were part of the other ones I got. So it'll be $30 choice on either the red set or the green set, and each one is just a little bit different, okay? They are stamped Japan. I'm not sure the manufacturers. They have those evil upper eyebrows that I love that almost look like antennas. And these are ones that are completely cold painted. So you will see that the green one right there does have a little bit of paint wear, but they completely glazed them green, and then they painted the skin tone and the hair tone over top of them. Okay, so $30 choice. I'll sit them down. I'll show them to you up close. So you have the red set, and like I said, each one is what I believe. I think each one is stamped Japan on the bottom. So I didn't do a lengthwise, but I did give the height. So this little guy is 3 inches tall. So this is going to be your first choice of Pixies. You'll get both red ones. Look how devilish yet cute he looks. I love these faces. So again, the face is painted right over top of the red, and or it's weird because the red's cold paint too. So it's actually cold paint on top of cold paint is the way they painted this. There is a little bit of wear to the red paint just right there. There's a little white speck. So Audrey, thank you. I see you for 30. And again, he is marked Japan. So we're looking for 31 or more. And then you're going to get his other partner here in crime, the other little red one. So if we can get him to focus, you will see that come on now, why are you not focusing for me here tonight? Here we go. Let's move it in slow. So you can see, and any white you see, that's just the light. The only little speck is a little white dot there on his elbow, but in overall good condition. And they did give them little pupils. So there are little white specks. So overall, in really, really good condition. Get it up close so you can see where there might be a little paint loss. There's a little teeny tiny speck right there. But anything major you see, and I'll keep moving it so you know, these don't have a major, major paint loss. He's about 2 inches tall. So that's your first choice, both red ones. Second choice are going to be the green ones, made by the same manufacturer, whomever it is. He is in very good condition. He's sitting crisscross applesauce there, hanging out. He's marked Japan there, and he's coming in about 3 inches tall as well. So the ones sitting are about 3 inches, and the ones that are either on their back or on their belly, they come in just about 3 inches tall. This would be probably the only one that probably shows any real paint wear. You can see it coming through, but he's so cute that I don't know that you even notice. And again, they did give them pupils. I think that's really, really kitschy, really cute, and faintly Japan there on the underside. So, and he is the one that's 2 inches. So we're looking for 31 or more. Let me hold them up. Again, if you want to have all four, then you'll claim both sets, but it's going to be the set of red or the set of green. And then let's do a countdown. So Audrey, we're looking for 31 or more. Audrey's holding it. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So Dana is in there at 32. So now we're looking for 33 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see you, Phil, for 33. So we're looking for 44 or more. I see Audrey's just in case. I see Dana's just in case. And again, you'll choose both sets or you'll pick red or green. There is our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. Phil, I'm so sorry. Your 46 just in case came in after the bid end. But with the two just in cases, Audrey, you get first choice at 35. So Audrey, did you want the red or the green? Did you want both? I think they'd be both. All right. They're both yours. They're staying together, boys. You're staying together. Thank you, Audrey.
Pixie
Thank you.
party at Audrey's.
Yes.
Pixie party. All right. I'd like to go to a pixie party. That sounds fun. All right. I have a gorgeous Flemish box for my next round. This was something I found over the weekend, and I'd not come across this particular design with the Gibson girl on the front before, but it's not usually when I see these, they're kind of they have either holly leaves and they're Christmassy, or they have roses on them. But I really like that this one has, I think these are chrysanthemums, or they look like mums to me. And I really liked the lady design on this one. No stamping on the bottom. Sometimes they do have a stamping on the bottom of these, but it does have the manufacturer stamped on the little hinge mechanism here. Platt Masher out of Chicago. I've had some by them before, and it has the mum kind of design and some leaf work on the edges here. The hinges are both really good condition. Sometimes that's where the issue lies, is the hinge, or the wood starts to split at the back. But there's a little notch here, but it does not affect the hinge mechanism at all. But usually it's the inside of these, because these fade over time and get some wear, but it's usually that inside image that really pops out. And I love this. I would like to know how to do wood burning. Really, I think that would be fun to do. But this one is very highly detailed. And then there's a little splitting right here, but again, doesn't affect the hinge. Usually if there's an issue with the hinge, I don't pick these up. And this size, I suspect, was likely probably a glove box, because usually the skinnier, like not as deep boxes are usually for handkerchiefs, that sort of thing. And this size is usually either a chocolate box or a glove box. But I really liked the subject matter on this one. Good to store ephemera in or display things in. I love these. I just usually either they have some damage and the hinge doesn't work, or they're very expensive.
She is beautiful.
Very expensive. And I look at these constantly. There's silverware size that you could store your silverware sets in. I've seen those before, and those are like hundreds of dollars. I've also seen like chairs and mirrors. I've seen all the things with the Flemish. But we will go ahead and bring that back with the recap, and we'll get Jason going.
All right, I'm switching gears. $22. This is one of those pieces that you could use at Christmas time. I think of these kind of toys at Christmas time. Now, if we have any Disney lovers, you might be interested in this. But let me break this. I keep seeing this reel over on Instagram where the cop's like, let me break it down for you. And I almost feel like I want to say that. Like, let me break it down for you here. Almost every single time you find these, the propellers are broke on the front, okay? So there should be little propellers on there, okay? Almost every one I found online is broke because this is made of hard rubber. So let me take this down. Let me show you. So this is made of hard rubber, and this is a toy from the 1940s. So it is Mickey Mouse, and he is in his plane. It's Mickey's airmail. The other ones I found online, like I said, all had that issue because this does spin, but all those propellers are missing. Most of the ones online, the paint was missing on Mickey's face. My paint is in probably the best condition that I could find currently online. So it is a hard rubber toy. The wheels are hard rubber. The plane is hard rubber. It is airbrushed and painted. So it has this great World War II bomber plane kind of feel. It has this fun wing that's painted in silver. The head of Mickey is actually attached to the body. And then you can see here on the side, it says Mickey's Airmail on that side. It also says Mickey's Airmail on this side. And then he does have some of his flight numbers there. I've been trying to look all over and online. Nowhere on them did anyone ever indicate where they would say like Disney Productions or anything like that. So I don't know. I was trying to see if it was pressed into it. I don't see it anywhere. The wheels are in superb condition. You have the little steel, the little metal axles there. They're still in place. I used to play with some vintage ones when I was a kid, and some of these rubber ones were notorious for them cracking outright here, some of the toy cars. This one is in very good condition. It measures about 6 inches. So it's about 6 inches this way, and then across it's about 4 inches. So it's reading true to color. It's that like baby blue kind of feel. And I just thought this guy, if you're into vintage Disney, would look fun in that. Maybe you know someone that collects airplanes. Maybe you want to put this guy in your Christmas display. And what I was thinking was I'd hang a little wreath over this so then maybe you don't notice that the propellers are missing. But truth be told, anyone, I guess, that's going to collect these kind of realizes that's going to be broke. So Timmy, I see in at 22. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 23 or more. And again, overall, good vintage condition. I need to hold him still so you can see he does have his eyes, all the other details that he needs, and all those little propellers in the front are broke off. But everything else is in great vintage condition. So we'll count it down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And you can see his hands are right there holding the steering wheel in the cockpit. He's got blue little suspenders on. He's got his little buttons present, but they just kind of airbrushed it into 3 real colors there, you know, black, silver, and blue. So there is our bid end. So Timmy, congratulations. Mickey's flying out your way. Thank you so much.
Cool. Very cool. You have found some really awesome Disney stuff.
I'm trying.
Lately.
I'm loving it.
Really cool stuff. Yeah, stuff I just have never seen. Okay, I have a choice for my next round. It's going to start at 20. And I can't say, maybe I've had 1 or 2 over the years that I have actually found in their original packaging. So I've got some pink Mercury bead, and this is like the bright magenta pink, not the light pink, but like, boy, it matches my shirt pretty good. Bright magenta pink Mercury bead Garland, and it is in its original wrapping. So this is how it would have been at the store where you could purchase it. And both of these are in about the same condition as far as the paint goes on the beads and the wrapper. All right, Tina, I see you. Thank you so much. And Nikki Moss as well. Thank you so much. So it says that there's 9 feet in here. I did not take them out to verify that. I do not believe that these have ever come out of their packaging. So they do have the little cardboard ends like they're supposed to have, and the little wire kind of hooks, if you will, to attach them to your tree. So both of the ends are on this end, and then just wrapped around itself on the opposite. And I will go ahead and show you the other one. So same color, same wrapping and everything. I don't, because I didn't take them out of the sleeve, I don't think I can tell if there's any popped beads. So it's kind of up to you if you want to take the wrapper off. William might be a little angry with you, but but if you actually want to put these on your tree or use them as a display, what I would do is I would take probably like an X-Acto knife and split it right here. And then I would keep that, and maybe like with like a paper towel tube, something like that, to keep it round instead of flat. So if you wanted to put it back together, you certainly could. All right. So as far as I know, 9 feet long. There is just some paint wear, you know, as these tend to get over the years. I have never really found many Mercury beads that have perfect paint on them. So these are the double beads. So there's actually 2 beads that are attached to each other. They're not single separate beads. And it looks like these are quarter. These are a 1/4 inch round. Okay. So not super large, but they're definitely not the tiniest you could get either. All right. So I do have 2 available. Audrey, I see you at 22. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 23 or more on choice. Winner can take 1 or both strands if they would like. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
William does not condone opening these, Amy.
I mean, they're not sealed in plastic.
Oh, good point.
They did make some. Other companies did make some that are sealed in plastic, but I like these little paper tube ones. All right. There's some just in cases there right before Karen's bid ends. So Tina had a just in case of 31. Nick Moss had a just in case of 57. So Nikki at 32. Let me know if you want 1 or both. And if Nikki does not take both, Tina, you will be on deck, and then it'll go back to Audrey. And just wait a moment. I like pink for Christmas. I do. All right, Nikki's going to take one. You got it. So, Tina, if you were after just one, let me know. And then if Tina passes and she wanted both, it'll go back to Audrey. Thank you so much.
$14, Amy. $14. These are in very good condition. Well, they're in overall good condition. There is just a little bit of wear to the larger one, but you're going to get them for 14. I'm not sure how old they are. I'm not sure who made them, but it is this lacquered set of these Russian-style nesting Santas. So you're going to get the set for 14 if anyone's interested. They do all nest inside each other, so they are that turned wood, and then they're that heavily lacquered paint on top. No chipping to the paint. There is a little bit of like weird sort of like maybe fading to the top of the large one. I will show you that in a moment. But I did measure just the largest one and the smallest one, so then you can kind of guesstimate what the middle ones would be. The largest one is 6 inches tall, and the itty bitty baby Santa, he is 1 inch. So let me sit these down. So again, you'll get the set, and there's a set of 5. So here is the largest one, kind of old world style Santa almost. Here is just a little bit of wear. And I sort of feel like this is the wear from somebody putting their hand on there to open these, you know, and take them in and out. So, but if you are into more of an old style, an old world style Christmas, these would probably fit the bill for you. And usually I don't find a ton of the Christmas, like the Santa nesting dolls. And I thought this one was really unique, especially with the way they drew the cap.
Oh, the hat on the back.
Yep, very mid-century like that. That's what we're dealing with the base. So I don't know if there was a sticker on there. I'm not sure what was on there, but this is how I got it. So, but there is no signature. They do open and close. Thank you, Paula. They do open and close with ease, and they are just snug enough that they do stay closed. You know, some of these, if they're played with a lot, or if they're stored in a bad climate, they kind of crack or they split. So this will be the largest one in the set, and he measures 6 inches tall. So there he is. Excuse me. Here is the next down in the size. So he is the next one in the graduated downward size of these. They gave them these fun sort of realistic Santa hands, and they all have those great mid-century caps that just kind of straight down there like that. So you get him. This is the next size down. As you see, as I'm holding them, the bottoms don't fall off of them. So they fall off when you knock them off with your hand. So there he is right there. Come on, Santa, don't make me look bad. So there he is in very good condition. I just love the way these are made. This is a set that I've never seen before.
I've never seen that set either.
I enjoy the way the caps are painted on the back. I feel like that's very mid-century. But to be honest with you, I don't believe that these are maybe Russian. I believe they might be made over in Japan or China. But they're made with high quality. So they are made with high quality. And do they all have that? Yeah, they all have this like almost little button that each one of them are wearing. And it looks like almost like a little C, if it wants to focus here, almost like a little C or maybe a little lapel. I don't know. They all have, I just noticed that. Yeah, like there's the largest one. He has something. Oh, it's his button. It would be like his button closing his suit jacket. That's what I believe that is. So here is the next to smallest. And then we'll show you the itty bitty baby one. And he's the only one that kind of shows like a little separation in it. But they did paint him exactly the same. And he's like, I'm the little one. He looks a little angry.
He's got the most attitude of all of them.
The tiny ones, I guess, always do. I guess they always do. So, again, it's a set of 5. I believe they're all here and accounted for. The tallest one is 6 inches, and the smallest one is 1 inch. Well, he's got an attitude. You don't want to look at the camera. So let's go ahead. Oh, Nikki, I see you for 15. So we're looking for 16 or more. Let's go ahead. Why doesn't he want to look at the camera? All right, if you don't want to look, you don't have to look. So 16 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I will say in selling these nesting sets, I do believe these are probably from the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, maybe in there. They're really fun and they're really different. Ho, ho, ho. I'm Santa Claus. So, Paul, I saw you back at 16. I see Nikki with a just in case. Again, he's 6 inches, and the smallest one comes in at 1 inch tall. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So it looks like with Paula's 16 and Nikki, they're coming to you for 17. Thank you so much. Thank you for the bids, ladies.
All right, congratulations. Okay, we're going to a non-Christmas item next, and I don't know if I've ever run across one of these in the wild before, but I knew that these are very hard to find. Okay, and I'm going to tell you about it in case you have never seen one of these. They did make these in lots of different sizes. I'm not sure if this was the smallest size that you could get. This is 4x6. All right, and this is called the Rainbow Wood Nymph series. So the background, so this is a print. It does date to the 1920s. All right, and it is signed, very teeny tiny, right in there, KW Dyenbach. And KW stands for Karl Wilhelm. So it's a German artist, very famous. He died really early too. He died very young, but he's most famous for these silhouettes. He did some of those rainbow silhouetted, like foil backed pictures. I think Jason has had a few of them before, but that would be the artist behind these. And you can see that there's even tiny little itty bitty, and this goes around the frame of the print as well, but it is signed. But it does have, it's kind of iridescent, if you will. So it's kind of like shiny, like a foiled background almost, like a sunset, mimicking a sunset in the background. But there's a whole series of these, and these are called the Wood Nymph. He also did fairies, very whimsical, all of them like that. This one is the Wood Nymph though, because it would have had fairy wings here in the background, and this one does not. But there is a whole series called the Wood Nymph, and it's a rainbow silhouette. And it does have everything that it's supposed to have on the backside. So it has the little paper here. I did not pay $4 for this. Somebody did back in the day. But it says the size here. And there is a series of 6 individuals, but then there's also a larger series where there's groupings of them as well. If you go down the rabbit hole of KW Dyenbach, you can see some of the awesome things. And the larger ones, the larger framed pieces of these are worth hundreds of dollars. And they're just not out there. I don't ever see them. If I did, I would film them and talk about them, but I just don't see. There's a little bit of wear to the frame. So it is a wood frame here. There's just a couple little tiny areas where there's not quite the paint there anymore, but it still has the easel back. And it does have a little hanger here, so you can hang it as well. I couldn't believe that I found this. I just don't see these. I actually found another one that I'm sending to the Withering Woman because it just screams something that needed to come to Ariana. So she doesn't know she's getting that. It's coming in the mail as a surprise. But I had to bring this one. And I see you at 30. Thank you so much. Again, it's 4x6. So even if you don't have a whole lot of room, the camera's really not doing it justice and perfect. It's kind of like a coppery orange, right, down into a gold, and then like a metallic blue at the top of this. It's much prettier in person than it's showing on camera. But I love stuff like this. I absolutely love this stuff like this. All right, let's count it down. We're looking for 31 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good end. Tina's in the house. Hey, Tina.
Fantastic. And I love this size too.
It's a good size. Little itty bitty. All right, Anne put in a just in case. And there's the bid end from Karen. All right, Anne, you did not need your just in case. It's coming to you for 30. Thank you so much.
Jason Adams, it's good to see you here again, sir. Welcome in. You have a fantastic YouTube channel, and hopefully our chat gets to check you out at some point. So
Welcome, Jason.
They probably already do. So $25 choice, Amy. I figured I knew what I was buying. I researched it, and now I'm certain I know what I have. And these are true antiques. So if you guys have ever heard of cigarette cards, prior to that, they printed them on tin. So it is going to be choice at $25. These were produced, and this will be your first one. These were produced between 1900 and 1910. I have choice of miniature painted on convex tin, okay? So what they did was in cigarettes, back in the turn of the century to around 1910, they would put these lithographed enameled tin little style pinups in your cigarette cards, okay? These are very collectible. If you want to do a Google search, you'll see what they sell for. They are kind of hard to come by, and I have 4 different pinups, ladies, for you to choose from, okay? And they are all in very good condition. What they did was they would take famous paintings from the 1800s, and that's what they used to put on here. I did not have the time to research each and every one of these to tell you the artist and the year the original painting was made. I figured maybe the person who buys them would find joy in doing that on their own. But I can tell you for sure that each one of them is in very good condition. They are on tin, and each one is marked made in Germany. So they were all made in Germany, and then they made, oh God, I think they made 100 or hundreds, maybe a few hundred of them, and you could have collected them all. So this will be your first choice. This lovely woman here, she has a pink headband on, and if no one's interested in these, that's fine. This is going to take a niche. This is going to take somebody who's really into this style of antique. Again, this one here will be your first choice. This will be letter A if anyone's interested. It measures 1 3/4 inches by 2.5 inches. So $25 choice, in very good condition. There is a little wear to it, but I think we want that. And you can actually see as I get it up close, you can see the fine detail on these. You can see the little dots. So it's actually a litho that's enameled on top of the tin, which is fantastic. So that's going to be your first one. And these would be great to frame, and you can see that they all have a little curve to them. So that's why they call them convex, because they all have that little oval, like that round curvature. And that will be your first one that you can choose. So you can see her there.
They're kind of like a 10-type photograph, except for it's a litho. That's
and
cool.
Then they later moved into the thicker cardboard. But this was in fashion at the turn of the century. So this will be number 2. This one I'm calling flower because she has a flower in her hair, or a flower, or like a bow almost up there in her hair. Again, some of these actually have the signatures of the artists on them, which is exactly where the signature would have been in the original painting. So here is your second one. This one is also stamped in the back. See if we can get it to show here. Made in Germany. And everything lines up and everything meets the criteria. They didn't really reproduce these. So they either are or they are. Again, I did not have the time. Maybe that would have helped sell them. I can't tell you exactly the artist and the name of each portrait. I didn't have the time to do that research. I don't know that much about them. I just know what they are and when they were made. So this will be letter B. That'll be your second one. This is going to be your third one. She is very Victorian. They measure Kim just about, and each one of these measures 1 3/4 inches. So 1 3/4 inches across this way, and then they measure 2.5 inches this way. So 2.5 by 1 3/4. So, and a lot of these, when they make it to the secondary market, sometimes they ask 100, sometimes they ask 65, and depending on how rare they are and how hard they are to find, they can go even higher. So Dusty, thank you. I see you for 25. So this one is going to be letter C, and she is very, very straight on Victorian. You can tell wig, dress. You can tell that she has her, like she has a locket there. Like this is true Victorian. So thank you, Kim. That's exactly right. And then this woman here, she is gorgeous. She has a fun red rose in her hair. And they did a good job of picking different ethnicities, different countries, different area, different things like that of women when they put these out. And this is literally, they made them for about 10 years, from around 1900 to about 1910. The cigarette company, I pretty much believe they were foreign cigarettes. I do believe the cigarettes were European cigarettes. I don't think they placed these in American style cigarettes. And this one, you can see more plain as day that it's made in Germany.
I've never seen these anywhere.
I have only
look at this stuff all the time.
I sold 2 of these years ago. A fella Ray in my store. I sold 2 of these years ago. And then I had seen these on an online auction, and I thought, I think I know what these are. And lo and behold, I was correct.
That's very cool.
And if you can get these and collect these, you can see there's a little lifting to the paint, but these are true 1900 to 1910. So I'll quickly show them to you again. This one you're going to claim is letter C. So she'll be letter C. This one is going to be letter D. Wait, what is wrong with me? I'm sorry. Let's start that from the top. I'm nervous because I don't want to take too much time. She's going to be letter D. So the red rose is D. She is C in the order that I showed you. I see Renee's in at 26. She's going to be letter B. And again, this is the order in which I showed you. And then this is going to be A. So A, B, C, and D. Okay? So let's go ahead and do a countdown. You can take a variation. Let's go ahead and do it. And I can also send you guys, whomever purchases, if you want more information, I can send you some more information if you want to know more about them. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Ariana always says she gets goosebumps when she's really excited about something. I get nervous, and then I get messed up because these are really, really hard to find. And I was really excited to offer these in a live sale. So, and I know that whomever can get these, this will be an opportunity. You won't ever get them at this price, which I think is really awesome. So there's the bid end, which means Dusty's just in case. And I think Renee had a 26. So $27 choice, Dusty. You get first choice. This was letter A. This was letter B. So you want letter B. All right, Dusty. So you got B. That one is yours. So Renee, were you interested in any of the ones that were left? That is letter A. This one is C. Come on, camera. That one's letter C. And that one is going to be letter D. So Renee, you can either have A, C, or D. That one is D. This one is C. I feel like I'm doing the slide. So you want letter C. So C, that one is right there. That one is yours. All right, Renee, I'll bring the other two back in the recap. Thank you guys so much.
I think my favorite was the first one that you showed.
I do too. I do too.
All right. I have an angel from my next round, and she is pink and lovely. I've actually had one of her sisters, and I believe Mr. William owns her. And I got both of them from the same one of my favorite people, Miss Mary, that has the Christmas house. She sets up at the Midwest Holiday Show, which is where she came from. And I got the other one that is holding a star from her last year on the 127 because she sets up for that. And I do, William, I finally figured it out. Yes. So UCAGCO bought out the mold for this angel. So they did produce these later on. This is made by Nippon Yokoboki. So that laurel wreath with the clover stamp, if you ever come across that, that is the manufacturer for that. And they actually were a smaller company, and that was a lot of things that happened in the mid-century. The larger companies typically bought out the smaller companies and then reused their molds. Glass manufacturers did the same thing. That's why you'll see older antique glass manufactured later on in the mid-century, because They bought the molds and then they reproduced them. There is no damage to her at all. So she is in a pastel pink with the bell. There's a star, and there's also a songbook, and also pastel in green and blue colorways for these angel babes as well. Not easy to find. I've only ever found this one, and then one by Yukako I had last year that was actually in traditional Christmas colors. She has a little rose in her hair. There's no chipping, no repairs. There is crazing in the glaze. Nothing else wrong with her. She's pretty darn good condition. She, I see, I measured all this stuff. I just forgot to write it down, I guess. 4¼ inches tall. And I think she could stay out. She doesn't have to be out just for Christmas time. I think she's pretty enough to stay out year round. So Mr. Williams in at 32. So we're looking for 33 or more. I am going to count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm so excited to go to Mary's next week.
I'm sure.
I'm so excited. I know she was getting out new and different stuff that she didn't have at the Midwest show. So I'm excited to see what she is going to have this year. All right. There's Karen's bid end. William, I saw you just in case, but you did not need it. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I'm glad she'll have her sister back.
$14 choice, Amy. $14 choice. And these could be used at Christmas time. I feel like they can be used at Christmas time, or they could be out all year round. So I have some of these Goebel chimney sweeps. I know folks collect chimney sweeps. It's sort of a collectible that some folks forget about, but I do know that I do have.
Chimney sweeps always remind me of Mary Poppins.
Me too.
Always.
They also remind me, like, well, you got to call the chimney sweep before Santa Claus tries to come down the chimney. That's kind of my fear. So,
you know what? Santa gets soot all over his suit.
Absolutely. So $14 choice. I believe both of these are from the 1960s. They are made in Germany, and they are made by the Goebel company. So one is skinny, one sort of stout, and one's a little taller and one's a little shorter. So let me show them to you here. Thank you, Timmy. This one we're going to call the short one. So he is super cute, very good condition. There's minimal crazing. He's got himself his little bag of soot right there. He has his little ladder so he can climb up the chimney and go down there and give it a good old cleaning. So you can see there on the bottom, it says Goebel, made in West Germany. There was some sort of a sticker on there at one point. Then you can see the inventory number. And then usually that squiggly, I think, has to do with like maybe an artist signature or something. So he'll be your first one. Again, no damage on him. He's in very good condition. And just into quick research, I do believe these are both from the 1960s, the latter part of the 60s. So he measures 5.5 inches tall. Super cute. I love these. This guy here, he might be more of the child hand maybe, who's kind of helping. He's the taller one now. So that's how we're going to distinguish. We'll either claim short or tall. He's 6 inches. So he is 6 inches. He does have Hummel written on the back there. So it is embossed Hummel there. And then he is also stamped on the bottom, Goebel, West Germany, so you guys can see. We have a few more squigglies there, which I think has to do with whichever artist made them. And then there is another stock number right up there in between the two rings, indication of its number. A lot of them go by numbers. They don't. Some go by names, some go by numbers. So however you want to cross-reference. So no damage to him whatsoever. He does have his little rope right there. And I think he has his little soot holder there. So when they're in there cleaning, they can go ahead and clean it. So let me hold them up here again one more time, and it will be on choice. So it will be on choice, and we're going to call this guy short, and this guy is going to be tall. So we're in at 14. We're looking for 15 or more. No chips or cracks. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17. Yes. 16.
Yes, you read my mind.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 15 or more. The bid end from Karen G. And it seems it'll be just, I see you're just in case, Timmy. So it'll just be short or tall. And of course, you bid the right to take both. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much. So Timmy, let me know, did you want the short one or the tall one? And of course, you can take them both.
They are together.
They do. I thought they kind of look like they're working together. They look like they're partners in crime. And they came from an estate and they were together. They were actually in with the estate of some of the Christmas I'm selling tonight. So, all right. They're both yours. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Timmy. All right. Okay. This is going to be a lot. All right. So you're going to get everything. I'm going to show you together. I had fun putting it together. So it's kind of a mixture of styles, if you will, but I think it works. Okay. So you're going to get everything together. All right. It's going to start at 30 for everything. And here it is put together. Bam.
That's good.
All right. So it's several different elements put together. And I was inspired, number one, by the colors in this Christmas card that is foiled and it has deer in the background. So that's what inspired it. And that is why I put everything together. Now you can really see. So you do get everything here. So first is the lovely Christmas card with the deer. I collect Christmas cards with deer myself, and this one has been used. All right. So I'm going to set it down and we'll take everything apart. So the first thing in the lot is this, I believe to be antique sash pin with this really pretty amber colored glass stone in the center. It's very moody and it's got a lot of patina on it. And I love that about it. And definitely a mixture of Deco and Nouveau in there. Really nice. It does have a very simple C clasp. I actually have it upside down, but a simple C clasp on the back, but you can see a big open setting to let the light through for that amber. No stamping on it at all. Okay, so that's the first thing. This is large. Look how big that is. All right. Gorgeous. So then you also get the card plus a flower frog. So I had that sitting in here, and then I just had the brooch kind of in the tines of the flower frog to help it sit. Okay. And then the base is this really cool display box. I got this on my birthday, actually, when we were shopping in Southern Ohio, almost to West Virginia. And it's this very cool metal display box. I'm not sure what originally came in here. It doesn't have any markings or anything, but it's this fun kind of metal filigree on the top. Looks like maybe that was a place where you could get like a name embossed on it or something like that. Perhaps a watch or something came in here, but it does have brown velvet on the inside and kind of a silk lining up here. No any kind of manufacturer stamping of any kind. So there is, it kind of feels like it might have been some sort of watch, maybe a bracelet in that little indentation there. Let me get caught up on the chat. Thank you all so much. And then it just has little feetsies, which I enjoy, kind of like a jewelry casket. It was the same kind of thing. I just picked this up on a whim because I was like, oh, I can do something with that. And make it a lot cooler than it actually is. And you can change these out, do what you will with it. But I just thought it was fun to make a little instant display out of everything. So that's what I put together. All right. So Pam is in at 35. So we're looking for 36 or more on it. The pin itself, so the sash pin, I believe, measures 2 3/4 by 1.5. Okay. So let's count it down. Robin just popped in there with a 37. So we're looking for 38 or more. And I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I was saving this for the fall time, but I really liked the colors in it. I thought it looked great with
It just fits. It just fits.
Yeah. It wanted to live with the card. It told me so. Okay. There's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Just in cases there at the end, we had Robin with a just in case of 46, Renee with a just in case of 50, but Pam had a just in case of 60. So Pam, it is yours for 51. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $20. And this guy here, he's had a life. Okay, someone that's going to buy him, in essence, adopt him. You're adopting him knowing that he has some condition issues. But I do believe that he's like almost folk art. I do believe he's Humpty Dumpty, and I do believe he's one of a kind. So he is a little weathered, but he's probably from somewhere in the 1930s, maybe early 1940s.
He's so cool.
His leg is coming undone, so hopefully somebody could sew that a little bit. And there is a little splitting here on the other foot, all right? But other than that, the patina on him, he is just super cute. If you move his legs around, you ain't going to notice. You aren't going to notice that. And the poor fella was being used as a pin holder. There were other pins in his head. So I did leave it the way he was found. So somebody was using him as a pin cushion. So there are 2 pins in there. If that isn't your aesthetic, you can take them out. But this is the way Tina found him at the sale that she purchased him at. So he is super cute. He has a button nose. He does have some wear. His bow here is very tethered, but still hanging on. His collar has a little bit of wear, but he's still smiling. He's happy with his button nose, his eyes and eyelashes. He's just got a little bit of wear to him. So 16 inches tall when you let his legs dangle down. You can see here are his arms. It's kind of a tan colored material that they used. It's definitely like a cotton that they used. I just think he's really whimsical. I could see him being in, like in an antique booth that has all of that, primitive, antique, kind of Victorian style things in it. And he is just super cute. Look at that.
I love his nose. That's like the best.
The cute little button nose, and he has his blue eyes. And then they gave him those kind of eyebrows there. He has those fun little eyebrows. So like I said, when his legs dangle down, I think he's really cute too. When he dangles down, it comes into about 16 inches tall. Hello, Tippy Winks. Good to see you, friend. We'll spin him around here so you can see there is a little fading and a little discoloration. He has this plaid kind of material. It's almost feed sack style material that they use. So if you guys are familiar with what feed sacks feel like, that's sort of the material that they used. I kind of speculate that they may have used that to make him. Now, I don't know about the top. It could be that too, but kind of his lower torso there, I feel like it is feed sack style material. So again, you do have a little separation, a little bit of tearing right there. You could stitch that up if you want to. I kind of thought it gave him a little bit of character, and then you have a little splitting right here on his other foot. But he is pretty much together other than that. I don't know what else to really say. He's coming to you as found. I do have as found written in my notes. He does have some wear, but I do believe he's all handmade. I don't believe that this was a kit that anybody needs. He does, Renee. He definitely does need to sit on a wall. So no A-clips. And, I think he'd be great. I've had him for a little bit. I was going to bring him at Easter time because then I feel like Humpty Dumpty stuff's a little more popular at that time of the year. But he kept sitting, and my aesthetic tonight, I just kind of feel like he has that kind of look. So he has these fun kind of dangly arms. Again, you can see some fading to that. He's just going to be one of those characters that you just kind of plop into a crate, put him up on a shelf somewhere, get his legs to dangle just right, maybe crisscross his legs a little bit. I just think he's super cute and super adorable. The collar is almost faded from a blue. It's somewhere between a blue and a green, depending what kind of light hits it. But right now it's reading more of a blue. So it's definitely like a blue that he has. And this poor bow, I have to be honest, is hanging on literally by a string. So, but it's his original little bow. Honestly, I wouldn't do anything to him. And even if I would have put him in the shop, I would have put him in a situation where somebody wouldn't have ripped the leg off of him, but I would have left him the way he is. Because I just think, somebody loved him and enjoyed him. Someone created him, then to love him and enjoy him for him to get to this point. And in the fact that somebody thought, okay, we're going to use him to put our stick pins and our push pins in, yet he smiled the whole time. So, Dusty, I see you in for 20. We're looking for 21 or more. I would estimate him to be somewhere from the 1930s to the early 40s. So let's count him down. We are doing just in case. Oh, he almost took a fall. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hi, Amy. I'm Humpty. I'm Humpty. Every time I see a Humpty Dumpty like this, I think of, remember, I forget who it was. Was it Lucinda? She had a plastic one. She had him dance to the
Oh, yeah.
So there's the bid end. Dusty, thank you so much. And Dusty, I think he came from the same estate that your bunny rabbit did, that you got from us with the corduroys on.
Yeah.
So I believe that was the same estate. Thank you so much.
Okay. I have a planter for my next round. It's going to start at 28. It is a little bit harder to find side. There is a series of these planters, and all have this kind of like bumpy snow texture. Could work for Christmas, could work for general winter. And oh dear, how cute is the little fawn. So I have had these with rabbits and skunks before. This is made by Enesco. Does not have the foil sticker any longer, but that would have been a blue label Enesco foil sticker there. And what I like about this, it's got kind of this lavender, like this pinky purple and peach and that mint green. I really like that combination together. And there's no damage on the planter. So they did do these in different styles. There's mailboxes and wishing wells, and little cottages, all small little planters. We'll turn it to the backside. And they even did brickwork back here in the molding. They left a lot of detail in here. They made it very highly detailed, but no damage on it at all. There's just a little discoloration inside of the well. I'm not quite sure if there was a plant in there or not. I just can't get my hand in there to clean it any better than it is. But the exterior is very nice and clean and good size. All right, so measurement on that is 4 inches by 4 1/4. So it's not a super large planter, which I like. I like these smaller size ones. And definitely, if you put this out for Christmas, you could leave it out. I definitely think January into February. Goodness, we still have snow up here into March. Sometimes we even have it on Easter. So you could definitely leave this out all winter time. All right. So I see Miss Debbie's in at 34. So we're looking for 35 or more. I am going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh yeah, you could put coins in it. That would be so cute instead of a bank.
Yes.
The wishing well. That's a good idea, Kim. I would never think to do that.
And they did multiples of those, so you could collect them and do a scene, do a whole little display.
All right. So bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you, Karen. Debbie had the high bid at 34, but Aaron at Blueberry Barn put in it just in case. So Aaron, it's yours for 35. Thank you so much.
$24, Amy, and I'm heading back to Christmas. I got a set of Joseph Original Santa shakers. They are in overall really, really good condition. I'll show you some more details. There is 1 or 2 little areas of cold paint, but nothing major. So $24. These are a set of salt and pepper, and I'll show you how we know that in a minute. So the worst paint wear is right here on this Santa's head. You can see there's a little bit around the hole, and there's a little bit right there. But overall, really good condition. So I actually know why a little bit is missing, because I actually cleaned the salt and the pepper out of both of these. I cannot believe somebody actually used these. So again, with the kits, you can't be having a bad day when you see this smiling Santa smiling at you. This one is your pepper, which that's what I love about the Joseph ones. They have that little bit of holly right there on the side of the face with the P, and the cold paint looks very good on there. It has some of its stickers remaining that say Japan and Joseph Original, and it does have its original stopper. So these measure just about 3 inches tall by 3 inches wide. So this one is going to be your pepper. We'll give them a spin. I think we all love that big ermine look that they get with that black, detail there to the top. Again, these are fun Santa faces. These are fun shakers. Rosy cheeks, little pink style nose. I just love them. Then this guy here is his mate. This one is your salt, because it has the S on the side. There you can see no condition issues. No issues around the holes on this one. The cold paint on this one has almost no condition issues. You can see the ermine all the way around, that black detail. He's your 3-hole. So now I guess that answers the question. 3-hole. They gave him the 3 holes for the salt, which means we have 2 holes for the pepper. And there you can see the Joseph Original sticker. They were made in Japan. There's remnants of the Japan one that would have remained. So again, these are really fun. They're nice to actually put in with your other figurines. I love just the head busts, when they do them. Amie had a set, I think she had like a Napco or Lefton set in one of our sales. These are some of my favorite, and especially look at the eyelashes.
I love the eyes that
I do too.
Joseph does on anything. I'm a fan of.
I agree. They did such a good job, and it's a nice size too. They're a nice big shaker, and if you were to use them, these are the nice ones to fit in your hand, because then they do shake very well. So one more time, they're about 3 inches tall and about 3 inches wide. Overall, the cold paint on these is phenomenal. So a lot of times when I have found these in the past, a lot of the wear is there on the S or the P. Again, this is your salt. No real paint condition issues to him whatsoever. Over here is our pepper. He does have a little bit of wear right here by the hole. Little wear right here, and then we do have another piece here that is missing. But you can always just pretend that's snow, and he is your pepper. So when they made them, though, it's kind of interesting. You can see that the flesh tone, this one's very, very dark. This one's very light. So he's the salt and he's the pepper. I don't know. I think they're just great. And it took me a while to find that set years ago when I was collecting some of my Joseph Santa pieces. So Timmy's in at 24. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 25 or more. Let's do a countdown. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 25 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Again, Karen, Kim, thank you ladies so much. Thank you. Thank you. And these are fun. And I think they made another set. I think Joseph made another set, but the eyes were a little bit different. So you could collect
a little
that.
Bit later on, they changed it a little bit.
You could collect that too if you want. So Timmy, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Timmy. Okay. I have an antique book for my next round. That's going to start at 18. And actually, this book, when we decided we were going to do some Christmas, this is what inspired me to pick out everything else. What's this book? And this is true. They did reproduce this in the 90s. FYI, Shackman reproduced this book. But this is the good old antique one. And it's Father Tuck's Kris Kringle series. So if you're familiar with Tuck & Sons, that does a lot of awesome postcards from England. So this is made in England. Made great Halloween and Christmas postcards. this is who produced. And there's a whole series of these particular Christmas books. And I would say it does date to 1880. 1880 on this one. Like I said, they did reproduce this in the 90s, but this is the good old oldie one. All right. And it has a little bit of wear, but I think I have seen these before and they're basically falling apart. So I think that this is pretty fantastic condition for its age. And the colors in this, it kind of was yellow, a little bit of pink, and some like a little bit of blue besides some Christmas green and red. But that's what inspired all my other things that I picked out was the cover of this book. So the cover itself, there's a little writing up here in the corner. I think it says Alton up in the corner there, but the binding is still pretty good. There's just a little bit of wear to it. And I'm going to be gentle. I was gentle when I looked at this because I really, when I found it, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to damage it at all. So there is a combination of black and white and color pages in here. But we got Christmas morning. And overall, I really think that, I mean, I do tend to pick up antique books if they're in good enough condition. Here is one of the color pages up early, playing with the toys there and getting some mail from the postman. And opposite here, so that's the day before Christmas. All right, let me get caught up on the chat. Thank you all so much. And I do want to try and show everything in here so you know what you're getting, okay? And then we have the days leading up to Christmas, and they're preparing all the holly and the decorations, singing Christmas carols. Really cute book. The last time I saw this book, like I said, the pages were basically crumbling. Look at the snowman.
That's fun.
I love him. Decorating the snowman, playing with snowballs out in the yard. Hey, Bug. Good to see you.
Hi, Bug.
And here we are underneath the mistletoe.
Fun.
Very fun illustrations.
Hi, Helen.
So I like this page or the spread here with them sledding down the hill. Look at the one. He fell off of his sled, and they're racing the dog down the hill. And I think we're at the last. Yes, here's the end. Here's the last pages here on Christmas morning. Okay, and they're having their good old Christmas dinner there at the table. And there is the back cover. Okay, so overall, just pretty good wear. I would say pretty nice condition for the late 1800s for sure. Measurement real quick on it. It is 8.5 by 10 3/4. Okay, Christmas morning. If it were me, I would probably put this in a frame without the glass just to protect it, and then you could still display it if you wanted to and have it protected. That's what I would do with it anyways. All right, Aaron's in at 25. We're looking for 26 or more. I'm going to count it down now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And their stockings even have the little toys in them.
This book's in really good condition for its age.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yep. I bought another Christmas book too from the same place. And it's not quite as old as this one, but I'm going to bring that one probably in November because it's very cool. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Aaron had a just in case of 45, but Miss Robin had a just in case of 52. So Robin, it is yours for 46. Thank you so much. Very cool. I hope you guys enjoy that.
All right. This is going to start at $38. $38 if anybody is interested. I'm selling 2 pieces of jewelry that are Tina's tonight. So I'm sitting in for Tina. So this is a very early micro mosaic, heavily detailed in a way that you normally do not see. And it is placed in sterling silver. So you are getting not only a gorgeous early micro mosaic, and some of the ways that you know that it's early, you can actually see that some of the tiles have multicolors. As they made them throughout the years, they then placed the colors instead. So what I mean is, like, you can see the petal of the flowers. They go from a white to like a periwinkle almost. Once they kind of, made it a different way, they would have added more little tiles in to do that color contrast. So again, this will take someone who's serious about micro mosaics. This is not stamped sterling, but Tina has a test kit and it tested positive with the acid test. So we are certain that it is sterling silver. So
wow.
It is a gorgeous size too. It's 1.5 inches. And I know you guys have probably seen a lot of micro mosaics come through these live sales, but I haven't seen one in a long time that has the great detail that the housing has on this. So the background is black. The flowers are periwinkle and white with like a yellow center. You can see that there's multicolor, almost like a Millefiori style to the two flowers in the center there. You can see all that great intricate work around the outside. So it would have been made in Italy, but it's an earlier one, so it is not stamped Italy on the back. You can tell by the closure that we are definitely somewhere around the antique era for this, and it's just an overall good condition. And if you are looking for a stunner of a micro mosaic, I think this is going to be one of the ones that's going to highlight your collection. So let's get in here really, really close, and I'll hold still so you guys can see none of those tiles are missing. Tina did give it a light polish, just so it also kept some of the patina. You can see like some of the almost, I want to say like a filigree, but you can see all the fine detailing around the outside all the way in. You can sort of see from the side how thick it is. It's actually double the thickness of most micro mosaics. And then you can see how the tile raises just a little bit above all that. It's a gorgeous.
I love the frame on that. It's so different.
Yep. It is. It's one of those ones that you do not see that often. And this would have probably been a very high-end one when it was sold originally. So I asked Tina if she could come up with a date. She said her best guess is that it's early. So it's probably prior to the 1930s is our best guess. And again, it is a sterling silver base. It tested positive. So it is. When you weigh it, it comes in at 13 grams. Now, you have to imagine, that 13 grams is also taking all those little glass tiles into consideration. So you'd have to, it would not be, it's considered like a weighted sterling at this point because you have the glass in there. So I'll hold it close. Thank you, Nikki. I see you in at 38. So we're looking for 39 or more. Again, none of them are missing, and it's in very, very, very good vintage condition. So here's the back again one more time. And we do believe that it's so early that it is not stamped Italy. So there's no reason why this wouldn't be one that came from Italy. So we'll pull it back here. So that's what you're going to see from a distance when somebody's wearing it. And then when you get up close, there you go. So you got 2, 4, 6 flowers, 2 little tiny flowers, and some other fun details in there. Just a stunner of a micro mosaic. So sterling base. The frame of it is sterling silver. So we'll count it down. We're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm nervous. Tina gave me so much information on that. I did not want to flub that up. Like, it was like I'm testing myself. I had to make a bunch of notes like I'm being tested here. So she was like, I'll let you sell the micro mosaic, but you got to do right by it. And this, you have to mention all this. So I did. So Nikki, congratulations. It's yours for $38. Thank you so much.
Good job, Nikki. Good job, Jason. You did.
I can take a
I think you passed with flying colors.
Thank you. I tried.
Okay. All right. I have a planter for my next round, and it's a really pretty angel planter. I've actually had this. I put this in my Christmas display one year. I decided it's time to pass her on. All right. And she is, although she definitely could work for Christmas, she could work for pretty much any time of year. I also think she would look lovely at Valentine's Day, but she is a large angel planter, and she's going to come with this really pretty pink, and glittery Christmas card, all right, with the scene on it. I thought it looked really pretty with her, and it fits just perfectly in the back for a little bit of scenery in the backside. So what I can tell you, she's made by Grant Crest, which is not a manufacturer that I say super often on the live sales. I don't come across a lot of their pieces, but it is stamped there permanently in the glaze. They're on the bottom. And I did, back in the day, replace her earrings. All right, I did replace her pearl earrings. They were missing when I found her. Now, she does have overall crazing on her, okay, but no chipping. All right, no chips, but she does have some crazing. You can see up on her head, overall crazing on her, which I do kind of like that. And she's holding a bouquet of flowers. That would have been like a separate piece that they applied on her. So you can see it kind of sticks out dimensional, like a lady head vase almost. And I love how she's painted. And we'll turn her to the side. So she does have crazing through the entire glaze on the inside and the outside. There is the inside. So this darker stuff that you're seeing in here, that is like not something that's going to come out. It's actually like extra pieces of ceramic that got colored glaze on them. I'm not sure how they did that, but that is down in there as well. I could not get that out of there, but there's no chips on her. Okay, it's just the crazing, mainly the deepest crazing, which is a little darker, which is up on top of her head. Up on top of her head. I think you can see that. It's coming in clear on my camera. Hopefully it's transferring out there. But she's just lovely, trimmed in gold. I like these very simple angel planters. And then you can see how glittery that card is. That's why I thought that that went really nicely together. She does measure 4.5 this way, 6 inches tall, and about 3 inches this way. Okay. So let me get caught up. I see Nikki and Dana both in there. Dana's got the high bid right now at 30. So we're looking for 31 or more. And I am going to count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Most often what I find from Grant Crest, they did some, Jason's had some before, I've had some before, like really kitschy animals in kind of striped planters, cats and rabbits, bears. That's what I most often find from Grant Crest. But they did do some other pieces. All right. Fa la la, bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right. So at the end there, looks like Dana had it just in case of 37. Robin had it just in case of 52. So Robin, it's yours for 38. Thank you so much.
All right, I had myself muted because I wanted to rev this up, and it has, of course, the radio hum. It's going to start at $40, and I wanted to bring something I haven't brought ever or in a long time, and it's this gorgeous AM, late 40s, early 50s, and it's an Emerson radio. You can see that it does light up, so the dial does light that. You can see, let's get up here close. There you can see the dial is lit up. It does work. I will move the volume a little bit so you guys can hear that it does work. Okay, now you have to remember it's AM. So I'm in the basement. I'm not getting any reception. So if you have, if you're in an area, you could pull up some AM music. But let's be honest. If you buy this radio, you're not really going to play it. You're going to put it on the shelf and decorate with it. It's a gorgeous piece. It's a burgundy. It's made of plastic. Some folks try to call that Bakelite. I don't believe it's Bakelite. It is a tube radio, and everything on it works. Look at that music note there where it says the Emerson, and on the front it says Emerson, and it says radio and television. So this has to be around television time, so it's probably the early 1950s. So I was pretty much right on. All of those numbers are still pretty much intact for you to dial. There is maybe just a little bit of scuffing to the body of it, but there are no cracks. And again, it does work. So back here on the back, you can see where it says that it's Emerson radio. It's made in the USA. It is model 547, and it's in very, very good vintage condition. It's kind of that marbled kind of burgundy sort of feel. It even has its original knobs. A lot of times those knobs right here, they can be missing. So the dial in here, I was trying to see, sometimes there was nothing in there. This one does not have anything in there. Sometimes they placed plastic in later ones or glass in there. And sometimes if they had the little dial in deep enough, they didn't put anything on top of it. So $40 if anybody's interested. The cord on this is in remarkable condition. You can feel safe plugging that in. There's no exposed wires. You could plug it in. These, if you find somebody, you could switch them over. You could take, for the 40, you could take the internal guts out. You could put a Bluetooth speaker in there if you want to. So I thought at Christmas time, this would be a really, really, I was just saying it, Karen, it's a very beautiful color for Christmas time. It's not like one of the most like, one of those like pink ones or blue ones, but when it comes to the colors of the radios of this era, this would have been one of the higher end ones, I believe, because then you would have had the brown or the black. And this one is a burgundy. It measures about 9 inches wide. So it measures 9 inches wide. It measures about 5.5 inches tall, and it measures about 5.5 inches deep. So I'll move real slow. You can see it has light wear to it, but there's no major scuffs to it that, you know, is like an eyesore. There's no breaking to it. There's no cracks to it. The whole entire grill here on the front is in remarkable condition. I think it would be a very, very, very gorgeous piece added to your displays if that's what you guys decorate with. Even if you don't have anything that's 50s, you know, or 40s in your display, I think that just on like a side table or on maybe your cabinet, put some books next to it. I think it would look really great at Christmas time. That's kind of why I brought it. And then when I did my reel, I made sure to play like a 1940s song to imagine that it's sort of, which I was amazed. Did you hear the song I found by Bing Crosby for my reel?
Yeah.
Sleigh Ride in July. I had never heard that till I found it. So I thought that was a fun song. So Buttermilk and Cream, I see you in for 40. Thank you so much. I will say the back is a little loose. I am going to leave it loose. You can tighten it if you want to with those screws, but everything is in working condition. And if you're able to get a strong AM station, you're going to be able to listen to it. But again, these AM radios, you're probably not going to listen to them. You're going to literally just put them on the shelf and enjoy the aesthetic and the look. And I think the best part about the Emerson is their logo right there on the front. And it is like a peach, like a tan color. It's not a white color. It's like a tan on top of the burgundy. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for 41 or more on the early 1950s AM Emerson radio in very good condition. And the body is plastic. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, just a gorgeous piece. It's almost history at this point. It's almost art at this point. And it's functional. I mean, if you guys want to switch it over, take those guts out and put a Bluetooth speaker in there, you could if you knew somebody. So there's the bid end. Buttermilk and Cream, congratulations.
Yay.
Been a while. Thank you so much. I'll wrap it really good for you. Thank you so much.
All right. So we're going to go back to my last round. And I will tell you what happened. Nikki's just in case bid did not come into StreamYard at all. It got filtered. And I did go back and look on my phone. All right. So I'm going to show it to you here. I don't know if it's going to focus. All right. But I do see it here on my phone. So Dana had a just in case of 37. Nikki had a just in case of 68. And then Robin had a just in case of 52. All right before Karen's bid end. So the winner of the Angel Planter is Nikki Moss at 53. All right, so sorry about that, Robin, but yeah, it totally got filtered in StreamYard, so I did have to look at the phone after I said that, so I apologize. But thank you guys for checking on that for me. Okay. My next round is, yeah, dang StreamYard. I know, sorry. All right, my next round is going to start at 24. So first we're going to look at the box, all right, because we love a good box around here. And it's a Christmas print box, which I think is fun. And I've not seen this particular box before, but it's got puppy dogs and dolls and Christmas trees, bells and peacocks. And on the lid, I'm going to take the lid off and show it to you individually. It says China doll. All right. And that's exactly what is in here. Okay. So first we'll show her in her box. All right. There she is. Okay. Good. And she's been in there a good long time. I have actually purchased some dolls from this particular lady before. She has really cool stuff. And actually, Dusty Moose, your blue bunny that was missing an eyeball that you got from me at Easter came from the same lady. She's got really cool stuff. So here she is. She's a very large bisque jointed doll. So she is fully jointed, including her legs. All right. She can kick. She's 50. I can kick. And she's in really nice condition. And her little dress that she has on is very clean. Okay, Melanie, I see you, and Phil as well. I've never seen, like, you guys know I go to the doll shows constantly, and I've never seen one this large before, not let alone in the cool. So, you know, I'm fairly certain that whoever got this got it for Christmas time and then just kept her in this box. She is made in Japan. She's actually stamped occupied Japan here on the back side. All right. I can't really tell you that there's much issue with her at all. Her string that she's jointed with, it's not loose or coming apart or anything. The paint on her is fantastic. She can kick and stretch. Exactly, Jeff. She can. And she's got bright, like strawberry blonde hair. It's very bright and vibrant. And her face paint is lovely. I can't really say there's much issue to her. Maybe there's a little wear to the paint on her shoes. And they're brown shoes with pink buckles. She's fancy. Measurement for her, she is 9.5 inches tall and about 3 inches, the widest point of her like arms that come at her waist. But she's very cool. And I liked that she still had her box. And that's why I think she's so clean and well preserved, because she has been in her box. Phil, I would say at least 1930s. She might be a touch, maybe late 1920s, based on the patterning on this box, but late 20s, early 30s. You're right on with that. I think so too. Okay. Let me get caught up on the chat. She does. She has her little painted, socks there, and she's got.
Oh wait! Whoa!
She's got.
Whoa, girl!
That's just keeping her dress in place. I don't know. She's got some undergarments going on under there too. All right, let's count her down. Phil's in at 28, so we're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
She does, Kim. She does. That's why she's got a serious face.
She's very cool. I really like her.
She's beautiful.
All right. There is a bit sorry, you guys. There's just in cases coming in. All right. We're waiting for Karen's bid end, and there it is. All right. So at the end there, it looks like Wendy had 2 just in cases of 48. And Phil had a just in case of 56. So Philomena, congratulations. She is coming to you for 49. Thank you so much. And I likely will not pack her inside of this box, FYI. Usually if it's something fragile like this, I'm gonna pad all of her little appendages so nothing moves around, and she probably won't fit in the box after I pad her and everything, but I will make sure that I will preserve the box as best as possible when I do pack her. Okay. Thank you so much.
$28, Amy, $28. And I'm heading back to Christmas, and I have this fun Shopper Girl planter. She is large. She is in very good condition. I actually have one of these in my own collection, and she is made by Christ. Okay, so she has the First of all, this would have had a little paper label that said Japan. They're usually always almost missing, and you can faintly see the little C right there and the Y, which usually indicates that she was made by the Christ Company, and she would have been in the 50s. She'd have been in the 1950s. So a lot of times this Shopper Girl has issues, and the bow is broke. Hers is in very good condition. You can see there is a little cracking, but that is in the manufacturing. There are no breaks, and there are no breaks to the ribbon. As I said, I want to double check. Yeah, I couldn't find any. So she is a large planter. She measures 7.5 inches tall, 5 inches wide, 4 inches deep. They made a couple different variations, and this one right here, she sort of has a stocking in her hand. So you can see right here, it's like an emerald green. It's a long stocking hanging down. It's stuffed with presents, like some of the gold details right there are some of the present boxes. Then she has a candy cane in there. This could be part of a wreath. I always thought it was like part of like a holly tree sticking out of there. Cold paint is in very good condition. That on the arm right there, my pinky, is what I always thought. You know, back in the day, everybody always had that wreath. Like in all the old movies, they had that wreath on their arm. You know what I mean? That's how they were holding it there through the hole to get it home. I also love the sweet details, and that's another indicator that this is made by the Christ Company, is that they use that little flower. Napco and some of the other companies, Napco usually use little holly on the presents. Yeah. And Lefton did something to mimic that, but Christ was the one that kind of did these non-traditional flowers on the front. We always talk about colors. We have the mint green there for her mittens. She has a little mint green coming down all the way through here. We have all this gorgeous spaghetti all the way around. She's not an angel. She would have been considered a Shopper Girl. There's what the void looks like. Maybe a little bit of paint wear. I want to hold it so you guys can see. I don't want you to think all that is. There's a little bit of paint wear down in there because I do believe there was, somebody did use this at one point. That's a glare, though. So let's move that back so you can see that that's all red paint, but there is just slight scuffing right there. So she's a gorgeous, gorgeous shopping girl there. I think it's reading. It might look all white, but there is flesh tone there on her face. The cold paint for the mouth is all intact, including her eyes and her eyebrows. No damage to the spaghetti around the top, none to the little pom-pom here in the back, and I just think she's really, really gorgeous, and she's a nice size. Again, I say she was 7.5 inches tall, so she's definitely going to look great up on that mantle. She's going to look great wherever you put her, and if you want to collect, some of the larger scale shopping girls, she could be the center of your display. You could go ahead and put an arrangement in the back if you want. I mean, that void's definitely big enough. It is very, very clean on the inside. I did my best to clean it out. But other than that, the red cold paint everywhere else is in phenomenal condition. I think there might be a total of 3 of these in the series. 3 other ways that you could find them holding different presents and doing other things. So again, one more time, the big selling point on her is usually that is broken off and missing. I mean, that was high tech back in the day for them to actually take the porcelain and mold that to look like the top of a bow. There you can see the tips that mimic the ribbon. All that's intact in super good condition. And all the other cold paints are just remarkable. So $28, you could have yourself a gorgeous 1950s Christ Company ceramic lady Shopper Girl planter. Again, these aren't getting any easier to find. You can see the way I do kind of look right here. You can kind of see when they painted it at the factory. The light's really defining that. It is a little darker there, and then it does go down into the lighter green. Thank you, Karen. I think she's beautiful. I love the fact of the way the hood is on her. She definitely reminds me of like a caroler, a shopping girl. She's definitely, a fantastic Christmas piece, but I don't see any interest. So let's sit her to the side and let's keep on going, and I'll bring her back for the recap.
Okay. All right. I have another box. This time Quintessential Polka Dots. This is a Nancy Ann Storybook doll, and this is Daffy Down Dilly. One of the variations, Daffy Down Dilly has come to town in a green petticoat and a yellow gown. She's number 171. This is not the variation that has the flower hat. This is a different one than I have found before. And she's also very nice and clean because she has her box. Now, I will say on the inside of the box, Minx wants to know how tall your planter is.
I was just typing it. She's 7.5 inches tall, Minx.
Gotcha. There is a name in here, D. Dunning, written in the back of the box. All right. And she is one of the variations. I think I remember there's 8 or 10 different variations of her. But also, like, the cover, this is actually the second thing that I picked out because of the color way with her. Although she's not Christmas, she is dressed in yellow, and she's got this fun frilly hat, and really nice condition on her, very nice and clean. She does have the safety pin. All right, she is frozen. She's frozen body here, 5.5 inches tall. All right, 5.5. So just her arms move on this one, and she's a little blondie. So she has, there is a variation of this hat that actually has daffodil like flower petals for her hat and her dress. So the underneath part of this is light green. All right, is light green, and then it's got the little yellow overlay in here. All right, and she does have her pantaloons, of course, and her little shoes underneath. So she's got everything that she is supposed to. If you kind of splay the dress a little bit, you can get her to stand without the aid of a little dolly stand. But she's got her everything she's supposed to have except for her little pamphlet that's supposed to come in the box with her. But she does have her box. That's why she's super nice and clean. But we will go ahead and move. Oh, Debbie.
You got Debbie.
There she is. All right. The lag. All right. Let's count her down for Debbie. We're looking for 19 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, did end. And I think Karen actually got my little flower hat variation. I think. I can't remember. There's so many Nancy Ann dolls, I can't remember. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Gutierrez, she's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $18, and I have another piece of jewelry, and I have notes from Tina. So you're going to get this gorgeous mid-century, and it is signed on the back, Eisenberg Ice. So it's Eisenberg, but it's Eisenberg Ice. It's this gorgeous rhinestone, and it's gold tone Christmas tree brooch. Also, I think, which is a really fun selling point, is you're going to get the original box with it. So it comes with its original box, which also feels very 1960s. It even has some sort of code on the back, and it also says multi. So you know it's the multicolored one. It even has its original cotton on the inside, which I love. So you will get the original box. Here is the pendant. Very clean. I don't believe it was really worn. I think that the person bought it, left it in the box, and didn't really wear it all that much. So all rhinestones are intact. It measures about 2¼ inches long. You can see the gorgeous ruby reds on the top, the emerald greens that come down, and you have these gorgeous blues. Look how like sky blue that is. Gorgeous, gorgeous rhinestones on there, including some of the diamond style ones. And if I move it, hopefully I'm doing what Tina told me, you can kind of see, there we go, how they glisten in the light. So no scuffs, no issues. It's in very, very good condition. And then if I can get it to focus here, you can see the clasp, and then you can see right there in the center. There we go. Now the camera's working. You can see where it is signed here on the back. So again, look how crisp and shiny everything is. I don't really think it's been worn all that often. So this could definitely be a centerpiece in a jewelry display. It's definitely going to look gorgeous when you wear it in this next holiday season, and it can go with a whole bunch of different colorways. So again, you got the red on top, you have some of the emerald green, the gorgeous, gorgeous blue ones, and then you have the diamond ones chiming in there as well. So get it to focus. And again, it is 2¼ inches long. That's from the top to the bottom, 2¼ inches long. It is signed mid-century. It is from the mid-century, and you're going to get the original box with it with that great font on the front. So
I love that you have the box.
I know. So cool. And the box is in great condition. So when you're not wearing it, you can put it in that, or you can keep it in the box as a display. So thank you all for the bids. I saw Joanne, I saw Nikki in there. We're with Minx at 30. So we're looking for 31 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. I also saw you, Renee, in there. So thank you for the bid, Renee. We're looking for 31 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thanks, Renee. It is. It's super minty. It's like brand new. Definitely was stored for a long, long time. So now it's like brand new for its new owner to wear. So let's sit it down here. I don't want to mess up at this point. Thank you, guys. I see Joanne's bid at 31. Nikki Moss had it just in case of 42. Joanne was back at 36. So with the high bid of 36 and Nikki's just in case, Nikki, it's coming to you for 37.
No,
wait.
Nikki had it just in case at 35. Oh, over 36.
Oh, yeah,
35. Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Yep. So, yep, Nikki, $37. Thank you, ladies, for the bids. Coming to you, Nikki.
Congratulations. Okay. All right. I have a lot. So this is a lot of 3 items all coming together. Again, I paired them because I thought they went well together. So first, I'm going to show you everything that you're getting in the lot and why. Okay. So you're going to get the antique ephemera, all right, and this little figurine, all right, and I think that they pair perfectly together. So hopefully I can get everything to focus in, but we've got antique ephemera plus this little angel babe here, okay, so all coming together. So first off, why I'm pairing this with the ephemera is because I liked the purple flower ring that goes along her head. Although I don't believe they're pansies, but they're purple and they look pretty darn close. Now she does have a repair, FYI. Down at the bottom of her dress ruffle, there's a repair right in here. That was not touched up or done anything by me. I did find her. I rescued her because she's not an easy to find angel at all. And she is very early Japan, 1940s Japan on her. And she's dressed in like a pastel green. It's getting very washed out. Pastel green.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
that will help a little bit. There we go. Pastel green, and then she's got all those purple flower little halo around her, and she is an angel. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is this awesome. And now you can see why I like them together so much. All right, so this is an antique easel card. All right, it does still have the easel back, and it is dated 1907 on the back. All right, and it has this awesome. If my camera wants to focus, it's not focusing. It has this awesome little girl here in the center with her big. I love that. Flower hat, if you will, and it says a token of my love, best wishes. So it is a 3-dimensional card, so it does have some mechanisms in here where it can pop out a little bit. All right, and it has like the celluloid here on the front, which is very cool, and it does still have the little easel, so you can like just display this as is, but it is meant to be a little bit dimensional there. And then I'm also pairing it with this antique postcard with the pansies as well. And you can see that the little angels kind of look more like fairies in this depiction. So this is a Valentine card, although I liked the colors and the subject matter. This one does have a postmark, but I can't read it because it's like in the middle of the writing on the back, but I suspect it's like probably 1910s era, probably the same exact era as this larger card here. Okay, so that is the lot that you're going to get together. I just thought that they looked really well. I found the cards first, and then I found the angel, and I was like, well, I'm going to include her because she would be cute to display. And even though she has a repair, I think she still has a lot of life left in her. I couldn't leave her. I said, no, I have to rescue her. Okay, Anne's in at 27, so we're looking for 28 or more on the lot of 3. And I'm going to count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Sadly, her dress was repaired, but I was okay with her still. All right. And I see you at 35. Lisa came in there with a 29. I love the pansy stuff in the ephemera. I love that stuff. I try and look for it as much as I can. I just don't see it very often. Okay. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. Okay. So looks like Nikki had a just in case of 38. Anne had a just in case of 43, and Robin had a just in case of 35. So Anne McCormick is going to be my winner at 39 over Nikki Moss. Unless StreamYard's being a butthead again, that's how I see it on my end. And Robin, your 37 did come in after the bid end. So Anne, congratulations. It is yours. Thank you so much.
I'm moving away from Christmas, $28. Although I do know people like to decorate with chalkware at Christmas time. So hopefully maybe we have some Disney lovers in here. I have this fun carnival chalkware, and this is Snow White. So she's in very good condition. You know, this chalkware can be very, chippy, worn, broke. There's no breaks to her. She does have some paint wear. Parts of her glitter are still there intact. And then when you research these, boy, is this Snow White really, really popular on the internet. So this is a unique color. It's sort of, in person, it's kind of a copper to gold sort of tone. I don't know what it's reading in the camera. I couldn't find this color version of her. I thought also, since we're heading to that time of the year, she would look good in your fall displays with this color. So this is a nice warm piece of chalkware that's going to look good in your fall displays. So, and you don't need to know that or think that she is actually Snow White. Maybe you want to think she's like some wicked witch or something.
She would work for Halloween.
Absolutely, with this color. So no chips or cracks. It is sort of like a peachy, Phil. It depends how the light hits it. If you have it in a room like this on your camera, it's probably going to come across a little peachy. In other lights, it's going to look a little yellow, but I'm going to say that it's like a creamy copper kind of color, almost hinging into a gold in person, okay? I don't know exactly what color tone you'd call it, but yes, in some light, Phil, you could maybe even call it a peach. And that might be what it's reading on everybody's screens. But in person, it's not all that peachy. So you can see that there is a little bit of paint wear. Some places they missed a little bit when they airbrushed it. The $1 million part, I think, is the fact that there's no condition issues to her face. Put a watch on her. Okay, yeah, Janine, I see. Yeah, absolutely. And you guys could detail her even more. If you wanted to add some more glitter to her, you definitely could. No condition issues to the face. There's no chips to the collar here whatsoever. And again, they depict her and they call her the Snow White chalkware. There is no like Disney productions anywhere on her. It just is that she's the Snow White chalkware. That's what everybody knows her as. So there's what she looks like. Somebody actually did put little felt stoppers on her. A lot of times that's nice on the chalkware, so it does level them out so they don't tip when they're standing. And again, you can see that she does have the mica glitter all the way down here. She does have some wear in the front. She does. She has very Evil Queen vibes. See, that's also, you're picking up what I'm going at there, Sim. That's what I was thinking. Like, so yes, she is the Snow White, but you could use her for that Evil Queen vibe in your, like, put a cauldron in front of her for Halloween. Use her for that. You could put her in your Christmas display if you're going to, emulate toys under the Christmas tree, or you use her Snow White, or you just use her as is. But that's exactly the vibe I was going for. So she measures height-wise. She's 14 inches tall. She's 14 inches tall. I think they did a very good job. I know Joe was just saying stuff about the eyes and things. Sometimes when they do these chalkware pieces, they don't do a great job. This one, I think they did a very good job with the way her face looks and everything. You can see some of the chunky glitter still remaining there on her collar. You can see there is some wear, but she's just a gorgeous piece of chalkware. Yes, we have some paint wear here. Yes, we have some paint wear here, and we have some here, and we have a little bit on the back. But again, if you're a chalkware person or you're going for this style of aesthetic, that's kind of part of the overall vintage condition to her. How old do I think she is? I think she's probably 1940s. I'd say she's probably 1940s chalkware would be my best guess, right after the war, heading into maybe the early part of the 1950s, somewhere in there. And if you research her online, there's none of this color right now. You seem to find kept finding a lot of blue ones. So no chips to the hands. I'm not sure if we're missing glitter here, but you can see there is another different color tone right there. I don't know if that was the original tone intended and she faded to this, but I think she's really, really fun. If you guys are into like Disney collectibles or you're into Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I think she would just be a fantastic piece. But I'm definitely picking up the vibe of the.
Would she have been something that was like a fair price?
Yes, I do believe she would have been a fair price. Absolutely. And everybody calls her the Snow White, although she doesn't have to be. She definitely fits that bill. But at no point do I think that Disney signed off on that and approved that. It was definitely a copycat and definitely was their bootlegged way of giving away a Snow White. But we'll sit her to the side, and if y'all want to think, we'll bring her back and we'll offer her again at the recap. Thank you so much. We'll keep it moving.
Can you imagine if those were like still fair prices?
Oh my God.
Like,
and carrying them around?
Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
I can't even imagine. But I remember the hot thing at the fair when I was a kid were those little mirrors that came in, like the cardboard frames with whatever.
Ferrari, Miami
Vice. Like you had to get that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I haven't been to a fair and I don't even know how long. So I don't even know what the prizes are these days.
Now I want a funnel cake.
Oh man, don't talk about fair food.
Now I want a funnel cake,
Amy. Prize. Yeah, and a funnel cake. Absolutely. Or an elephant ear. Yeah. Fried dough. You can't go wrong with that. All right. Never. So I have a pink deer. Now it's showing a really weird color on screen, but it's light pink. All right. In person, it's light pink anyways. A light pink deer covered in rhinestones. This is made by Wales, Japan. And there is a series of these. So they did do white ones, pink ones as well. So there is usually a pair of these. And I just have the one. I have not come across one of these in a long time. And there's no missing rhinestones on the deer. And that is usually the issue with these, is that they tend to lose the rhinestones. I see Aaron and Jane both in there. Thank you so much. So up in the rose, so there's a rosette. There's no chips that I can find or repairs on this one. All right, and it would have had a foil sticker on the bottom. That is long gone, not there anymore. But we've got, they are light blue. I think they're light blue for the eyes. The light's kind of weird up here today. And red for the nose, so indicating Rudolph there. White rhinestones on the bow and along the body. This one here in the tail has a little bit of glue discoloration, FYI, in there. And then two green ones are there on the leaf. and he's covered with gold, and it looks like he's leaping over the holly leaf there. Gold antlers. So he's styling and profiling. He is 5.5 inches tall, about 3.5 inches wide, and it is light pink. It is really not coming across the true color that it is. And then the anything that's gold on here, and then the black is also cold paint on this guy. All right, so let's count him down. I see Retro D's in at 19. Thank you so much. So we are looking for 20 or more, and I'm going to count him down. We still have a couple more rounds left, you guys, so let's keep it moving. We're looking for 20 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid and spam fries, Kim. I don't even know what to say about that.
I would try them.
Spam fries?
I'd try them. Says the guy who licked the butter bit. I would try them.
I mean, this is true. You live to tell the tale, Jason.
Yes.
You live to tell the tale. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Retro D, unfortunately, your 24 did come in after the bid end. All right, so Jane had the high bid at 22, but Aaron did put in a just in case. So Aaron, it's yours for 23. Thank you so much. All right, Kim, I'll take your word for it. We don't have anything like that I know of in Michigan. I've never heard of that.
$18, Amy, and I'm bringing some stuff that I haven't brought in a hot minute. So let's hope I don't let them fall here. So $18. I thought these were unique. I'd never seen these before. I believe they're from the 1980s. It is a brass sleigh with reindeer. And there is a stamp on the bottom of the sleigh. There's a sticker that says that it was made in Korea. So I believe that this is maybe early 1980s. So we'll show you the details on it. And I'm trying to get in here up close so you can see. There's some fun detail on those reindeer. So all 4 reindeer are one piece, and the reins are holding them together. There's great detail to the antlers. Heck, even the thin brass bells that are hanging on those. So it has 4 reindeer. I do believe that those are the original chains, and then it comes back here to the sleigh or the sled part of it. So I thought the sled might be fun. If you found a brass Santa Claus, you could put him in there, maybe some brass ornaments, or if you really wanted to kitsch it up, I kind of displayed the Christmas tree brooch that I had tonight. So you could put other things in it and kind of just keep it on display. So I have 2 measurements for you. The front part with the 4 reindeer, and I will try to spin it around and show you even more, measures 5 inches long and about 3 inches tall. So those deer are about 3 inches tall. There's no breakage to any of those antlers, and all the bells are intact. Look, you can even see the detail of the fur on there. The sleigh measures 4 inches by 2.5 inches. So let me sit this down here. Let me tilt it this way so you can see. And I didn't polish this at all. So there you can see it. And it might be upside down. No, it was the right way. So it says made in Korea. So it has its made in Korea sticker on the bottom. Then we'll tilt it this way. The inside is very unpolished, very unfinished and unpolished, but that's what the inside looks like. So Alex, I see at 19, so we're looking for 20 or more. I do sell brass at my store. I don't bring it to lives. I don't know a ton about it, so I don't know how rare these are. But I can tell you, I've never seen anything this well detailed before when it comes to like
I've never seen that before.
And what I love is that each one has the little jump ring there, and they have their little individual bells on, and they're holding them in their mouths. And let's just get sloppy here. I want you guys to get the full effect. So there you can see there's how the rein's holding them together. And you have 4 identical little reindeer all held in the housing. If you don't like the chain on it, you could take the chain off, although I believe the chain is original to it. And I just think it's really fun. If you guys want to, add this into your Christmas display or leave it out all year long, you can. If you do a boho mid-century feel, even if you do a modern feel, and you could really polish this up if you want to, or leave the patina the way it is. So we're at 19 with Alex. We're going to look for 20 or more. And again, made in Korea. I think it's early 80s, maybe late 1970s. The details on this are phenomenal. So let's count it down. Looking for 20 or more on the reindeer and the sled. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 20 or more for the bid end from Karen G. On the 80s, 70s, 80s brass sleigh with reindeer. And I tried to research. I couldn't find any other info, comps, or anything online about this. So let me sit it down. It is very sturdy when you put it on display, but if you move it around like I am, it is going to tip just a little. So sorry, Alex. You hit a lag, and you're just in case came in after the bid end. But Robin, you came in ahead, so you get it for $20. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations.
If you guys haven't refreshed in a while, definitely try and do that as often as possible, especially if you're lagging behind. Definitely refresh. Okay. This, I believe, is my last angel. I had a lot of angel things tonight. I brought the girl last week, so I thought I would bring the boy this week. All right. Since tomorrow is officially August, I have the boy, August Angel, and he's made by Napco. All right. There is the bottom. And this is not something I normally see. Both companies represented. So we have Grant Crest also represented here on the bottom. Sometimes these pieces, they would be specifically exported to Canada when they have both of these markings like this on the bottom, but it does have the Napco foil sticker here on the bottom. And it's from the A series. So they did do the boys and girls in 3 different series. So ABC series. So they might be holding something a little bit different. They might be a little bit taller. You can intermingle the series. They just might not like match exactly. But this guy does not have any damage. He's in excellent condition. No nicks to the flowers, the spaghetti, the wings, the halo. I believe that's supposed to be a watermelon. Don't quote me on that. It could be a beach ball, but I think it's a watermelon because he's got his little picnic basket. The girl is also carrying a picnic basket. And then he's just got his little gold kind of splatter accents there on the back. Everything is really nice condition on him. There's just a little bit of crazing I'm seeing in the glaze, but that's very, very typical for mid-century ceramics. All right. So he does date to the 50s. All right. And really nice shape on him. And Nikki Moss is in. So we're looking for 19 or more on the boy angels. And let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. The boy angels, I'm not sure why they're so much harder to find than the girls. I just don't think that they made as many.
I agree. Or the boys played with them and broke them all.
Napco. So it's got the old school National Potteries Company. So that's what Napco stands for before they abbreviated Napco. So it's National Potteries Company on the bottom. All right. There is just in case from Nikki, and there is Karen's bid end. All right. So Jane and Aaron both had bids in there at 19, but Nikki had a just in case. So Nikki Moss, it's yours for 20. Thank you so much.
All right. Guys, you're going to get all of these. You're going to get all of these for $25. And there's a total of 15 of them. I didn't preview these, but you get all 15 of them. They're from the 1980s. They're made by the Franklin Mint. They did a series of these, and you'll get all of these advertising thimbles, okay? And we're going to start the bidding at $25. You're going to get all 15, okay? I think there's probably 20 or more in the full set, okay? But they're all vintage advertising. So if you guys are into antique advertising or, almost, turn of the century advertising, these would be fun. And they're all porcelain thimbles. They all measure 1 inch tall. You're getting 15 of them, and the starting bid is going to be at $25. Okay. So I'm going to quickly rattle through them. And if there's no interest, then we're just going to keep moving. But $25, and I'm going to quickly try to show you everything that you're going to get. You'll
How
see
many are there, Jason?
15. 15. You're getting a total of 15. And they made these between 1980 and 1981. And on the inside of each one of these thimbles, it is marked showing that they're made by porcelain and they're made by the Franklin Mint. Okay. So they're Franklin Mint. So one of them here is, this one is a little sauce. So this was a sauce advertisement. I never heard of this company before, but look at the guy with his mustache on there. So that's a fun advertisement. This one's my favorite. This one is Sun-Kissed. So I know right now buttons are hot. I know folks, a lot of our friends are into sewing. I know a lot of our friends are into advertising. So I felt like this kind of crossed over. And at $25, I thought you could mix these in with your little tiny treasures. You could gift them at Christmas time. This one's one of my favorite, the carnation milk. So you get the carnation milk. There are no chips. There are no cracks to any of them. Thank you, Robin. This one is chewing tobacco. So that one has an American Indian on the front of it. Then you have this one right here. This one's a fun one, Moxie soda. So if you guys are into Moxie soda, the soda, there's Moxie. So an old-fashioned drink, that's fun. So thank you, Robin. So we're looking for 26 or more. This one is for saddle soap. Some of these companies don't exist anymore. So, and again, I'm going to move swiftly, guys. So please, if you can just see, I don't want to hold us up too long. So we're looking for 26 or more. Again, you're getting a total of 15 of them. They're all porcelain. Come on, eyes, don't fail me now. Oh, this is for starch. So this is for an old school starch company. And then you have her here on the other side. So they're double-sided advertising. So there's the starch. This one is Sen. And this is for... Oh, it's for perfume. This is for perfume. Some of these companies I have never heard of before, but the advertisements on them are really, really fun and neat. So look at her. So that's fun. Moxie, they are. They are. If you collect Moxie, absolutely. Here, this is for a bath powder. So that's for a bath powder. And a lot of these graphics are definitely old-timey kind of graphics on them. Definitely, 20s, 1900s. This one here, this one is for Clark's. I can't even read it. It's so small. We'll have to let the camera help me there. It's for Clark's something, spool cotton. So that's a great crossover. So spool cotton.
Oh, yeah, for a thimble.
Yeah, for a thimble. So you get that one. I got like 4 more to show you guys. Hang with me here. So this one is Scotch snuff. So this is also snuff. So this is a snuff. Again, great old-timey kind of advertising. Just because they're thimbles doesn't mean you can't, display them. You don't have to be a sewer. And then this one here. Oh, this one's my personal favorite. This is Heinz, the sweet pickles. I think we all know because Heinz is from Pennsylvania, back when they used the Keystone as their advertising. So again, we're 25. We're looking for 26 or more. And then this one here is, God, it's so tiny I can't even read it until we hold it into the camera. So this one is Vegetable Compound. So I've never heard of this one, Vegetable Compound. But with the little girl there on the front. 2 more, guys, bear with me. And then this one is like a shaving cream company. So it's a shaving cream company. There we have the dude with the big old beard right there and his slogan. And then last but not least, we have Ralston Purina cereals. So that's old school Purina cereals. I love the graphics on that. And then we have the girl there having her cereal. So that's everything, guys. So again, they're from the 1980, 1981 Franklin Mint. They are porcelain. You're getting a total of 15 of them in very good condition. I don't know if it was 20 or 25 that they completely made for the whole set. So If anyone else is interested, looking for 26 or more, let's go ahead and do a countdown. Robin is in at 25. And if you are bidding, you can use it just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right. So Zen Zen is a licorice mint. Okay. Like I said, this is all cool old-timey things. Some of these aren't even in existence anymore. So really fun nostalgia, great advertising. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. Robin, they're yours for 25. Thank you so much.
Very cool. You had some of those. Did you have some of those last year? I feel like you did.
Long time ago, yes.
Or maybe it was a couple years ago. I remember those, and you were the only one that I've ever seen have some of those.
Yep.
So.
Long
Very
time
cool.
ago.
Okay. We have 2 rounds left, you guys. All right. My second to last is a pink celluloid deer. This is something coming out of my personal collection. All right. I do have some celluloid deer. I'm going to be bringing some more at Christmas time, but I thought I'd bring this one tonight since I did have some pink things. Now, it's not in perfect shape. It is very difficult to find celluloid deer without any kind of dents in them. All right, so you can see there is a little bit back here, but the vibrancy of that pink, it's like it's hot pink. All right, and we'll turn it to this side. So the face paint is still really nice, and so are the little horns. Okay, there is a denting here and here and here. All right, and I usually, if I ever see these, they're either broken, split apart, or they're completely smashed. This one is probably the nicest condition one that I've seen in a long time. There were a few that I saw at the Midwest Holiday Show this time that were in like near perfect shape. But this guy's not too bad. All right, so this is the size here. They did make these in lots of different sizes. I have some itty bitty ones. I have some larger ones than this. It does measure 4.5 by 3.5, 4.5 by 3.5. Okay, so that's the size there. And he does stand on his own. Let's see if we can get him to stand. He's super lightweight because he's celluloid. All right, let's see. You got to balance it just so. All right, there we go. Now you can see that he does stand. On a level surface, he's much easier to get to stand upright. Yes, William, this is from my personal deer hoard, if you will. I'm trying to thin my herd out a little bit and pass some of the things on because I've acquired some things for my collection this year. We'll see if we'll get to be able to put it out because of a certain orange somebody. If we actually get to put the Christmas out this year or not, we will see. But yes, this one's coming out of my personal herd, if you will. All right, so William, I see you. Thank you so much. All right, yes, I did see that for the playback speed, they added 3x, but that's only if you have, I think when you pay for the ad-free.
Gotcha.
I think, if I remember clicking on that, it's not like available to use it unless you pay for your YouTube like ad-free thing. I think that's how you get access to the 3x. But yeah, that was just added within the last week or two. All right, let's count it down. William's in at 16, so we're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yeah, if you have YouTube Premium, you should have access to that 3x speed. So we really would be whizzing by if you're lagging behind.
I see, because if you tap on it, it has the P there,
It has
and
the
then
P
it
for
wants you
premium.
to buy the premium.
Yeah.
I see you, YouTube.
Yeah. Shady. Okay, there's the bid end from Karen. All right, William, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
$14, Amy, and I have never seen this wall pocket. Matter of fact, I've never sold anything by this pottery company, and I just thought this was awesome if you have a 1940s or 1950s style kitchen, okay? This is a wall pocket.
This is so cute.
And they do come in different colorways, But again, this is very minty. It is a very light cream color. It might be reading white, but the pottery company, it's called Conrad. I've never sold a piece of Conrad, and if I have, I didn't know it. And it is embossed here on the back, Conrad. There is the hole, and then there is the planter because it is a wall pocket. Now, this alone, I think, could hang on the wall just as like a figurine. I think it's really fun. Again, it's very Donna Reed, very 1950s. It is like this, almost this torso, apron. You have the pockets, and then you have these big flowy bows on either side. Personally, I was thinking this would make a great scissor holder. So if you have a wall that you have maybe a string holder on, I think the way that is sort of made, this would make a great scissor holder. So you could go ahead and pop your scissors in there. Will it sit on its own? It will if you kind of prop it against the wall, but it is definitely a wall pocket and made to be hung. There are no chips or cracks. There is a little bit of crazing to it, but in all the years of me selling pottery and wall pockets, I never saw this.
I've never seen that before either.
And I think it's very dainty, very feminine. If you have a 1940s or 1950s style kitchen, I think this would look really sweet in there. I also was thinking when I looked at it, I thought, you know what? Kind of could be Mrs. Claus's apron when she changes out of it, you know, and then puts on her Christmas attire at Christmas time. So I thought maybe you could play on that aspect as well. It measures 6 inches tall, so it's a very, very nice size. 6 inches tall, and it's about 5 inches wide. It is going to pair well with your jadeite. So if you have like jadeite and other kitchenware, it's going to look really nice with that. I kind of like the way the lace work is on it. I just kind of felt like it had just a great aesthetic with sort of what I was offering tonight. So, oh, Joe, I'm with you. That would make a great pen holder. Absolutely. Great pen holder. Maybe if you have an area where you have an old rotary phone, you could hang that low and you could stick your pens in there. You could even put long hat pins in there. You could put a piece of styrofoam, and if you had nice long hat pins, you could stick your hat pins in it if you want to. Maybe if you're even crafty enough, you could maybe create some sort of a head for it and make it really, really three-dimensional. I just think it's different and neat, and especially if you have a very retro feel to your kitchen or dining room or sewing room or craft room, you could pop this in there and use it for a ton of different reasons. I was really excited. If this was red, we would have probably kept this for our kitchen, but the green wouldn't have worked with it. So, Timmy, thank you so much. I see you in at 14. We have Anna coming in at 15. So we're looking for 16 or more. And again, one more time, it's called Conrad. It's Conrad. You can see the C right there and see where it says Conrad. It's Conrad Pottery. I've never sold any of their pieces before. I've never heard of them.
You know those little dustpan wall pockets?
Yes.
It's also made by Conrad.
Gotcha. Well,
I've never seen the apron. That's very cute.
And, you know, there's no chips on any of these tips with the bow. There's no issues. There's not even any hard water issues on the inside. And all of the paint on it is just remarkable. I think it's a really neat mid-century 40s, 50s piece. So, Timmy, I see you're 16. Let's go ahead and count her down. Looking for 17 or more. We are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I saw you in at 17. Timmy's in at 19. We're looking for 20 or more. And I do believe the pottery is true to the same period, late 40s into the early 50s. So I do see her just in case, Timmy. And we're just waiting on that bid end. A gorgeous piece. I just think it's really fun, very unique. So there's our bid end. So, Timmy, coming to you for $19. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right. Last round, you guys. Last round. All right. And it looks like we have another birthday in the house. Jane, it's your birthday today, too. Well, happy birthday. If you weren't here earlier, yay. So it looks like Jane and William are birthday twins. That's even more exciting.
You got it.
Happy birthday. Okay. All right, last round, you guys. I'm ending with some Christmas in the form of some mini bulbs. I do love me some little mini bulbs. especially if they're in the original box. All right. Now there's a little splitting to the plastic, FYI, right here. So the little plastic window does have a split in it. All right, but it did help protect the bulbs in there, and pink and silver bulbs in here. I love the tiny itty bitty little Christmas graphics, the little deer and Santa in the sleigh. I love all the little graphics that they have on the box. And so these are 25 millimeter boxes. These are not Shiny Brights. This was another company. All right, and originally were 25 cents. Oh, to go back in time to Woolworths. Sign me up really quickly. 25 millimeters. So there are a dozen bulbs in here. I'm going to take the lid off so we can look at the bulbs a little bit closer. Now with these, I look at these all the time. They do have some pitting, all right, and that's very common with these. They're not like mint condition or anything, and that's just kind of how they get. The Mercury on the inside, the Mercury paint just kind of gets some wear to them, some pitting, but I really like the pink and silver combination, and they do all have they have the very hard to see made in USA, I think, stamped. It's very tiny, the little cap there. So nice old bulbs. I really like these. These are definitely 50s bulbs that are in here. So with the little capping and the pink. So there's all 12 in there. None are broken. I think that helps when they're in the box to not get broken. But yeah, there's just a little splitting to the plastic there on the little window. But I don't see anybody in there for that, and we'll go ahead and get Jason started.
$14, Amy, $14, and I have some pretty much Christmas iconic kitsch. If you know, you know. And these books they're not too easy to find. They even made some. I think it was what? Oh wait, you got a bid. Is that me? A bid? Mine's at 14. I think mine's at 14.
Yeah, yours is at 14.
Okay,
yep, Dana's in for yours.
Gotcha, Dana. So I got you in at 14. The book's in very good condition. A lot of times these books kind of crack here on the spine. 16 for nope. That's what I thought. It was 16.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. No problem. The lag. All right. Let's count it down, Dana. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That end. And MJ, I see you for the book, and we'll go back to that shortly. No worries at all. The lag. All right, there's the bid end. All right, Dana, you got it. Thank you. All right, we'll get Jason back over here and MJ highlighted. There we go.
All right, we got you, MJ. We'll pick up right there. The book's in very good condition. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I wrote down what year it was from, but there's no condition issues to it whatsoever. It's from 1956. They did make a small series of these. So there's other books written by the Cutie Bear, but this one, he is Santa's little helper. So again, like I was showing, there's the side. There's no splitting or cracking, no issues here to the side. The book measures 8 1/4 by 6 1/2. So I see Aaron in at 15. So here is a little Cutie Bear. Again, they did make a plush. I even think they made a squeak of him. So it was a small little niche of kitsch. And it's kind of, if you collect him and you love him, you love him. So he's a super kitschy little like polar bear. He ends up getting to the North Pole to help Santa. And we will just flip through here very quickly here so you can see. The only issue is the pages do yellow a little bit. But there the children are. They're playing, getting ready for the big day. So,
Jason, you know what? One of my kitschy vintage life goals is to come across the Rushton rubber-faced bear that this book was based on.
Yeah, I know.
I would love to see it, not necessarily buy it. I just want to see it in person.
Hold it and see it in person. I know. And didn't they? That's why I was saying squeak. Did they come out with any other figurines? Because it was a rubber face Rushton.
It was a rubber face plush bear.
Yes,
and I've not known of any other things that they made.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So and then here he ends up at the North Pole. There you can see him in a snowdrift there, and I think that's Blitzen. Was it Blitzen? I forget which deer they called him, but he kind of fell into a snowdrift. And I'll just quickly I do want to read the end part because I think it's kind of it's just kind of a unique thing. So he ends up with Santa, and then Santa and him end up, delivering all the toys to all the good boys and girls throughout the world. Here you can see him hanging out with the elves. I want to show you the elves really quick because they kind of mimic the pixies that I sold here tonight. So I do love the ones that they give them antlers. I really think that's a fun spin on the elves when they have antlers. So there they are. And again, you can see the book's in super good condition. But then by having this book here, you can officially become you can become part of the Santa Helpers Club, okay? So, and he is kind of their chairman. He's head of the board. And sometimes he sings the official song of the Helpers Club with the children. So if you want to sing along, guys, go ahead. The song goes, I will always try to be bright and happy as a Christmas tree. Always try to be real good as a Santa's helper should. I will promise to obey, do my best in every way. I will think of others too, not just today, but the whole year through. I mean, come on. That's a really positive look on that. And then there is Santa Z'ing him off after everything is done. So again, the book's from 1956. It is a wonder book. So it is a wonder book. And there's I think there's a total of 3 different stories that Cutie Bear heads out on. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Jane's in at 16. We're looking for 17 or more. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see you, Jennifer, at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. One of my favorite books. I love that kitschy polar bear.
That covers everything.
Yeah.
I love that cover.
That alone, you can just sit in your Christmas display. You don't have to do anything else. You can just pop that right there and be good to go. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So with MJ Bears, just in case, and Aaron, it's coming to you for $24. Thank you all so much for the bid.
Congratulations. All right. I'm going to get us both back up here. I'm going to explain how the recap's going to work. Most of you are familiar with this, but we'll go over it again. So we're going to bring back anything that did not find a home the first time around. Maybe you were not here when we showed it the first time, so we'll bring it back. And if you're watching on the replay and there's something that you're interested in, you can always email us to check and see if it's still available. And these are going to be claim items, so we will tell you anything notable that we need to say about it again, tell you the price. If you want to claim something, please make sure and type in either the word or the letter, whatever we tell you to type in, plus the price, so we know what you're trying to claim. We will, if anybody comes in to claim something, we'll give it a moment to account for the lag. If we see more than one person claim the same item, we will do a quick countdown just in cases can be in play, just like a regular bid round, all of that. Okay. Jason, do you want me to go, or do you want to go?
Amy. Nope, you go ahead first.
To go? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Nope. There we go. All right. I had my Flemish box that I showed toward the beginning of the sale. And she's overall good condition. I believe that these are mums here on the front. I had not seen this particular variation of the Gibson girl on the front. It does have the same flower and filigree work on all sides. The hinges are in good working condition. There's just a little sliver of wood out there on the back, and there was one on the inside as well, I thought. Right here on the top, but the inside is a little bit darker variation. So otherwise good condition on the box there. So if you want to claim that, you can put it was $24 for the Flemish box. So you could put box 24 if you want to claim that. And that was my recap. Thank you all so much, and we'll get Jason over here.
All right. I had 2 remaining for my choice round. These are antique. They are miniature paintings on convex tin. They are made in Germany, and they were cigarette cards. So they are harder to find. You can see that they are on tin. You can see where they have the bend to them, and they would have been like in a foreign cigarette pack, and you would have kept them. And they made them only for about 10 years, from around 1900 to about 1910. So this will be your first one. If anyone is interested, just put letter A, and they're going to be $25 each. So it's letter A, and you can have her. So that would be letter A if you're interested, and she's going to be 25. I don't want to damage those because they're enameled and put on top of laid upon the tin. Okay, Renee, got you for her. Let's hold on here for a lag, but I don't know that anyone else is going to come in.
Dana, I got you for the box. Thank you so much.
So then I had this one available. This one was deep. It's going to you, Renee. Congratulations. So this one was remaining as well. She has a red rose in her hair. Same exact as the one I just showed you. You would have collected them all, and I want to make sure I'm holding it the right way. There would have been multiple different like women and what these were famous portraits from the late 1800s that they took that mainly were women that then they took them and made these litho cards with. So this one is the other one that I had remaining. It's 25 as well. And this one would be letter D. Letter D, if anyone is interested in her. She is gorgeous there with the red rose in her hair. You can see that she has her shawl wrapped around her. And was this the one that had a little signature? Some of them have, yeah. Some of them have like little signatures on that would have been signed for the true art, the true, oil painting. That was the true artist. So, Karen, that one is yours. Thank you so much. So that one is going to Karen G. Sit them there. They're super hard. They're super hard to find, you guys. So I had my chalkware Snow White. If anyone's interested in her, she does read peach on the screen, but honestly, in person, she's more like an orangey copper, almost tick of gold mix.
Like a coral color?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I want to go far with coral. Yeah, then the screen's really not showing what she looks like. I would, if I was going to go more that route, I'd go more peach. But I'm going to call her like a milky. I'm going to really be silly and call her like a creamy copper. She's like a creamy copper. Like if you took the color copper and added white to her, that's what she looks like. Probably not a color. 14 inches tall. If you're interested in her, you can just put chalkware $28. Okay, and you can see where she has some paint wear. That's typical, but no breaking and no repairs. So if you're interested in her, you can put chalkware $28. Sit her down. And then I had my Shopper Girl planter. She is made by the Christ Corporation. She's in very good condition. No chips or cracks. Minimal paint wear. She's tall. She's 7.5 inches. If you guys are interested in her, you can just put planter 28. Usually, and this one's really faint. There's a little C with a circle, and then there is a Y. Usually they stamp that for Christ, and she would have had a Christ little paper, almost like they typed it on a typewriter sticker that sat on the bottom there. And they're always gone. So if you're interested in her, she has flesh tone for her face, no chips, minimal paint wear. Just put planter 28. That's it, Amy. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. We did it, you guys. We did it. Yay.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank you all.
hanging out with us. As always, we appreciate you being here. Even if you didn't bid anything, we just appreciate you guys being here as company and community here on YouTube. So thank you all. Jennifer is claiming your planter.
Gotcha, Jennifer. And Renee, you are right. Dang it. I guess she's peach then. You're right. I was
going to say creamsicle. That popped in my head too.
It is. You're right. We'll just call it peach.
We're just making up new colors. And it'll be the Pantone color of the year next year is creamy copper. Mark my word.
Gosh.
All right. So a reminder, you guys, if you haven't emailed your information to us, make sure and do that before the end of the broadcast tonight. I'm going to be doing invoicing tomorrow, so I will email you when it's out there in email land. I will do that. Tara, Jason does. Jason
We
and
do.
Tina on eBay.
We do. And Tara, if you're following us here on YouTube, or if you're subscribed, or if you're over on Instagram, just go into our link tree, and in our link tree, you can go down and find it. We have it linked there. But yes, we do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Jason's going to be sending invoices out on Saturday. Is Tina doing a jewelry sale tomorrow?
Yes, she is. Tina is doing a jewelry sale. Thank you, Amy. I didn't read my notes. I was so nervous selling jewelry for her tonight. So yes, I'm looking at it right now. She has a great pool for tomorrow night. So please, please head over. It is Mother Tucker's Tina over on Whatnot, and she will be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern. And again, you can find that in our link tree as well. And you can even get to us in Vamp on Linktree. You can find us on Instagram. Everything that we got is in our link tree. And Amy's got a link tree too. You can find all of her stuff too.
I don't know if I have your eBay in the description, but I have everything else.
That's all right. They'll find it in the link tree.
Store. I don't know if I've ever been to your eBay store, but I'm going to have to look at it.
You'll have to tiptoe. You have to tiptoe through and let us know what you think.
Right. I will do that. Okay. So before we get into our community share, we wanted to let you know that there's a schedule change for next week. All right. Mainly due to myself and Mama Pam going on the 127 and then into Southern Indiana for Collectors Carnival. And so we're leaving Wednesday early morning. So there's not going to be fantastic finds on Thursday next week. So we have moved to Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Misty and Michael are going to be coming on at 7 o'clock to do a chat. All right. And then we will be on right following them at 8 p.m. Eastern a couple days from now. And so that is the schedule change. So no fantastic finds next Thursday, but then we'll be back regularly scheduled the following week. Okay. Yes. So that broadcast is already scheduled. If you need to set a reminder, because it's a weird day, it's already up there. I put it up there this afternoon. So it's already up there if you need to set a reminder notification. I think Tara has another question.
Tara, go ahead. There's a lag, but we'll answer it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I think the lag tonight was all over the place.
It was.
If we make a girls' trip to Pennsylvania to come to Mother Tucker's, is there any other places close? Yes, there is. Tara, you have to email us. Email us at the email we're showing here tonight. If you come to Mother Tucker's in person, so here's a couple options real quick. You can DM me on Instagram, and I will forward you any places around us. You can email us, and we can do that. Or you come to Mother Tucker's in person, and we actually have brochures that show the entire Antiques Capital, and we can send you to all the other shops in Adamstown. There's at least 10 plus places we could send you to. So if you get to Mother Tucker's, if Heather's working, if Nancy's working, or Tina or I am, you say who you are. We'll give you the brochure. We'll tell you where to go. We'll tell you that you can go to Columbia. We'll tell you how to get to Hanover. We'll send you up to Lewisburg, but we'll keep you local when you're in the area.
There is plenty to do. Absolutely plenty to do. Trust me. Jason and Tina were great. Take us around as many places as we could go when we visited.
That sounds good, Tara. Tara, you got it, and we will give you that information. And yes, we will make sure you know where to go. And anybody who's watching this broadcast, if you end up at Mother Tucker's, ask any of us. Heather's more than happy to tell you guys where to go. So is Nancy, me, or Tina, and we'll send you to all the fun places to go. So that was a good question, Tara. Thank you so much. That was a great way to promote my area. So thank you. Thank you.
All right. As promised, the last official day of July, Jason and I are sharing some of our Christmas collections.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And mine sadly did not go out last year because of Parmesan. Right. So my pictures are from 2 years ago. Okay. Gotcha. We'll see if we get to put any out this year. I don't know if I trust him, but I do have some pictures as well. But we're going to start with Jason's tonight. Okay. We're going to start with Jason's.
I didn't know if we were starting with mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, mine, I'll explain them the best I can. These two pictures, this was our old hutch. This was when me and Tina first got together. These two pictures that Amie is showing, it's one half and then the other half of our hutch. This is what we had acquired in the first 4 years of us being together. So,
so good.
This is when you could still go find the things here and there. Some came from eBay, some came from antique stores, some came from thrift stores. But you can see in this picture that was part of our salt and pepper collection on the top. And in the bottom, you can see, like, so for example, the one Amie's showing right now in the far back, you have that tall shopper girl. I actually got her at eBay. I actually got her at Goodwill when I was 14 years old. I was 14 years old at Goodwill, and my grandma had the left-in shopper girls, and I found her. I think I paid $1.49 for her at the Elizabethtown Goodwill, and I wanted her to go with my grandma's shopping girls. So I had her forever. The little guy that is like, he's sitting there in front of Santa on the bike, that was my grandma's. So that was my grandma's. They would have sat in a metal sled, but the metal sled is gone. So, and then those other pieces me and Tina acquired here or there.
We're talking about those left-in kissers on the bench there last night. I was just talking about those.
So, and then, you know, that's our Holt Howard Noel in the back. And then Tina had acquired back on eBay. Boy, we thought we were really going all out for $45 or $80, whatever we paid for those nut dishes that are the starry-eyed.
The starry-eyed Holt Howards in the holder.
We were really, you know, big spending then. And then, no, and then we just found the pieces. Then the Santa that's sitting on top of the candle holder there.
Yeah.
They're old grainy pictures because this is an old school phone picture, but that was just our start, and we've branched out since then.
I mean, I've seen her collections in person, so
yes.
I forget about some of the stuff that you guys have. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next set here.
Yes. This is my dream pet. Or Kamar plush reindeer collection. So, and this is actually on Tina's original. It was her grandparents. Her grandfather built a killer bar in the basement of their home, and it was super 50s and 60s, even had a built-in record player. I helped them with when I met Tina, she was like, I can't wait to show you my grandmother's basement. And these were their bar stools. So we have all 4 of them. He had built her a bar, everything, and that's what me and Tina's dream pet collection are sitting on. So some of those are very hard to find anymore. Santa riding the reindeer, the kitschy one there that looks like a wiener dog, but it's a reindeer, and then some of the mini ones. And
so good.
And actually, truth be told, I bought those on eBay probably 20 years ago. Bought them all as a lot, and I don't even know what I paid. But I bought them all as a lot because they would be so hard to find now. And the dark green one, kind of leaning over, even has its original Kamar tag on it. So thank you, Amie. That's kind of fun stuff. So
all right, we're gonna go to this one next.
This proves
goodness.
I am addicted to styrofoam, and this I actually bought from Misty. I bought this from Misty probably in 2021. I actually stalked her on it. I watched her buy it in a video, and I watched her bring it to a sale, and then I paid up for it. I paid $60-some for it, and I remember she was like, "Why is he?" And Michael chimed in. He goes, "Jason likes styrofoam stuff." So, yeah, I'm just excited to have him. He's Santa busting out of the chimney with his sack, and the tree is made out of cardboard. I love it. I don't know if it was like a kit or somebody created it or what it was, but yeah, I was happy to add him. So he came.
I have known Jason. I have a new appreciation for looking at these styrofoam pieces because I didn't even know that they were a thing until he told me about them.
Yeah, they're fun. So I love him.
Yeah. All right, get ready for this next picture.
Oh God.
This is my dream aluminum tree.
God, there's a story on this.
It's so good.
So friends of mine, Jesse and Todd, they own a store in Lancaster called Space. And Todd went and did a house call, and he got this. And I think it's whatever it is. I think it's the one that is like, it's the gay glimmer tree. It's something like that. However, they were.
No, it's not an Evergleam because Evergleam did a turquoise one too.
Right. Right. And it's actually the 6.5-foot version of the small one that you guys may have seen in my videos.
Yeah.
I walked in because we had a booth with them. We had a showcase. I walked in. He had just put it together, and I think he wanted $600 or $700 for it. I made payments to him on this tree. So, like guys, you have to remember this. Like, if we all talk about our collections, it's not like we're flush with money and we just go buy it. I wanted to just like tell you guys, like, it's steps, baby steps. So, like, this tree, I really wanted. I gave him like 150 down, and I think I paid him like 100 until we got it paid off. So, but her name is Emerald, and someday she'll be able to be put up, but we got to keep her away from the cats because it's toxic if they chew on it. But yeah. She's in my basement. Yep, I love that tree.
Oh, and the next picture.
Oh God!
I also would love to own these. I've never ever seen these in person anywhere.
These are the tall boys. These are the Napco, you know, like you see the Napco wear poodles. This was the deer version. And I had seen these in a YouTube video that somebody had done. They were at some house clean out, and I actually creeped on it, found the store that had them, called, and it was probably the first time we had gone out after my transplant, and we drove clear down to the Mason-Dixon line to pick them up. And they've been with us ever since. So that was one of my.
These are the giant ones because they made these in 2 different sizes. There's a much smaller size pair of these, but these are huge. Yeah. They're like, I don't know, 16, 18 inches tall, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're very prone to damage because the way the buck is there, the way the big reindeer is, he kind of can be top heavy. So, yeah, they're fantastic.
Oh, so good. All right. And then the last picture, I actually have something to go along with this. Okay. All right. So you can really get the grasp of this next picture.
Okay. All right.
I can't believe you have this.
This was my holy grail. If you guys know that there's a Dorkin is his name.
Yeah, I grabbed it and I'm going to pop it up here real quick. So Walter Dvorkian that wrote the Holt Howard guidebooks and this Christmas ceramics book. Now you can really see how large this planter is. He's holding it right here. There's really not a whole lot of those in existence.
Back in the day when I was a DJ, I used to meet with brides and grooms at Barnes and Noble so that we could sit in the coffee area and go over things. And I would go back to the reference section and to kill time. And I went back to the reference section and I saw that book that Amy's holding. I about took like a red skeleton, like I thought I was dying. Like I was like, I looking at this book, so I bought it. And I remember I showed it to Tina when we had first gotten together, and she's like, oh my God, which then spawned into this. So both of her and I, our holy grail was to get this because of the book. Yeah. So the best thing that came out of 2020 was during lockdown, I got on eBay, sick as hell. And I said, Tina, look at what's on eBay. And of course we were all scared, bills, everything going on, because you didn't know what was going on during lockdown. I think I was able to score it on eBay for $200 and some. Shit, let's just round it up. Let's just call it.
This is Holt Howard. Did you say that this is Holt Howard?
This is supposed to be Holt Howard. There is a lot of discussion about this because there's different variations. We're actually talking about this at the Midwest Holiday Show. There's variations on where his hand is. You see where his hand is arced up a little bit and holding it. They believe that this one is a Holt Howard, but there are some where the arm is a little different. And
see, this one, the placement of the hand is not quite as far up as this one. And this one says Holt Howard, and that's Dvorkian's that he's holding. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. There's this weird
that nobody really knows the answer. Now, truth be told, you flip mine over, there is no stamp and there is no sticker. There are apparently 3 variations of where the hand is. Where Dorkin's is, where mine is, and then there's another. Apparently, if they're placed where mine is and where Dorkin's is, they are Holt Howard, okay? If it's placed wherever the third one is, and I'm drawing a blank right now, they think it's not. It's still all from the 1950s and 60s, and these are rare because these were given to the distributors and the shops to put on the top shelf where the Holt Howard was sold.
Yeah.
So if it isn't the quote Hold Howard one, it still means the world to me.
It's
But
amazing.
in essence, it might as just well be the Hold Howard. So, but yeah, but it's weird with the whole hand placement. So mine is off a little, but there's 3 versions. So thank you, Amy. That was fun. I
Now we
enjoyed
need to
talking.
find somebody that has all 3 variations next to each other.
There is somebody. There is somebody. I need to try to get pictures from them, and hopefully I can introduce you to them next time when we're at the holiday show in November.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see that. All right. Now we're going to move into some of mine. All right. I have 5 pictures to share. So first off, well, that's hard to say. This is hard to say. My Lefton Rudolphs are my favorite deer in my deer collection. And I don't leave these out year round. I really should. I really should change the shelving around in here and leave them out because they're so darn cute. The only piece of this collection I don't have is the light up planter. So there's a planter that matches this, and there's an actual light bulb in Rudolph's nose that lights up. I don't have the planter. It's like a house payment, that planter. Yes. So if I ever run across it, and it's not a house payment, I will be happy to own it, but sadly I don't have that piece. All right. My second favorite are my Christ reindeer. So I got my very first one on the far left from Michael Todd years ago. And then I found the one on the right. It's missing the cold paint, doesn't have the jingle bell. I found that one in the wild, and then Jason and Tina gifted me the one in the center with the dancer tag. So there's the entire set, and there is a Rudolph out there as well. Rudolph is incredibly hard to find, but there's all the reindeer out there. They're all painted the same, but they all would have had the little paper hang tags with their names. So I only have 3 at the current point in time. The next one. This was a display of, so the big ceramic tree there in the center, and a lot of my ceramics are misfits. They have damage, that sort of thing. So I have Lefton, Napco, Holt Howard, everything in between in there. And my first big giant girl knee hugger, Jason actually just had that. Yep. And then one of my other pictures, you'll see another one that garden guy Bill actually gifted to me. So in the next photo, there's both of the knee huggers there in that display. So Bill gave me the one that's on the left side there. This was my most recent display that I put together with some of my, when I get to put it out, I put a different display together every year. That's my very favorite Christmas tablecloth. I will never part with that thing. Lots of people have offered to buy it from me when I used to use it at craft shows, but I was like, no, I'm not selling that. And of course I got to have greeting cards in there, all the ceramics, my little tabletop aluminum tree that I get to put my indent bulbs on. And of course there's pine cone goobers and all sorts of things mixed in there together. And then the last photo I have is, so that Christmas tree was my grandma's Christmas tree. It's just a little artificial one. It's actually up on top of a tote to make it a little bit taller. But I cover that with childhood ornaments from myself and my husband. And then there's some vintage that's on there too. And I always like to use the blow molds and stuff at the bottom. Beautiful. But we didn't get to put anything out last year because I was so worried that Parmesan, he's a cat that likes to push things off. And so I was like, I'm not putting my ceramics out there. He's going to break them all. So anyway, I hope you guys had fun seeing our some of our collections. I will say one thing. If you guys have not seen any of Amy's home tours, everything she showed you, you can go back and watch it on her channel. And you can see some of my Christmas home tour over on my channel too. So guys, if you want to feel the Christmas spirit, check out Amy's, and you can actually see her. She shows those pictures, but through video, which is really you can see things way up more close and in depth and see all the things. And there's more. Jason and I show a whole lot more than the photos that we showed tonight in our videos. But you just have to go back a little while to find some of those holiday collection tour videos. We used to go live and do that, remember?
Oh my God, yes.
We'd go live on Instagram and show our collections through the house.
I never participated in that, but I watched it. But yes, I remember. Yes, and we used to hop around to everybody's home tour. Yep.
Yeah, that was fun. Yep. And seeing Bill's collections, we used to do that too.
Yes.
With Bill's. Bill used to go live and show his Christmas collection way before he had what he had now.
Yes.
And show off his knee hugger pixies. So.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys. I hope you had fun. A happy Christmas in July. And sadly, it's coming to an end, but we have a lot more Christmas coming. And if you guys have not been around for our annual Christmas marathon sale, we're doing it again.
Yes.
We will talk about the date as we get a little bit closer to November, but it will be happening again.
Yes.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. A whole day long. Jason and I are kind of loopy by the end. But yes, it's always a fun time. So we do plan on doing that again. So you have not seen the last of Christmas from us. That is for sure. No. We're Christmas lovers, so we try and find the best that we can to bring for the holiday season. Yes. All right. So a reminder, we'll be back here Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Fantastic Finds again. And one more time, we're going to do a happy birthday to Jane and Jennifer and William. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and celebrate, relax, eat cake, do what you do. Hope you guys have a wonderful birthday. And thanks for hanging out with us and spending a little bit of it with you guys. All right. Thank you guys so much. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you on Sunday. All right. Good night, you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.